So it is kind of interesting now to hear things have picked up a little bit. It's a little bit more lively outside. But you've just gotten to eat. The doctor she didn't have a banquet or anything, but she was actually able to provide a nice stew for everybody to eat. And she stands up to go start collecting the dishes. Well, I am happy that I could be of some help. Will you be staying here long?
Probably best we don't.
To be perfectly honest, the sooner the better.
Yeah,
But
I
think...
don't.
Oh,
Oh, no, go ahead.
I think we just need to make sure that we're stocked up, supplied up, and heading on our way to stay out of your hair and keep you out of our trouble. It's probably for the best for this city.
I see. Well, then, I will prepare some poultices for the young miss, so that even as she travels, perhaps that will help numb the pain somewhat.
I would
That
hope she
would be
would
lovely.
Yeah, I think that Annalise would appreciate that.
Of course. You have the run of the place. Don't feel like you need to stay up on my account, and I will do likewise. It does sound as if they're they're not celebrating, but they're finding it an evening of entertainment. So if you care to step outside, you're welcome to. I won't have the door locked.
Jem is going to lean over to Rhea. Why is she getting us chickens to take with us?
That's poultry.
Yeah, I know.
Not poultice.
You're not supposed to drink them.
No. Don't drink them, no.
Dragon Age joke, don't worry about it.
They apply to the skin. They're like an ointment. Don't drink it.
In Dragon Age Origins, when you use one, it uses a drinking animation.
Ah.
I don't know. 16
and then
used
they
to know
reference
a paladin who would drink ointment.
Oh, yeah.
And then they reference it with a character being given a poultice.
Oh.
Like something in Inquisition. They're like, oh, and we don't even need a poultice. And he's like, good, they taste terrible. And somebody tells him you're not supposed to drink them.
No, you're not supposed to drink those. It's meant to be ointment for the skin.
Yep. Who would ever drink ointment?
No one would ever do that, especially not anyone named after the moon here.
No, never.
Well, you have the evening or the night to yourselves. What will you all be doing this night?
Well, I, for one, think we should go out and join the celebration.
What could possibly go wrong?
Well,
Why did you say that?
I mean,
You say that, and then it always goes
I
we
don't
wrong.
deserve
need to
it, don't we?
say that. The last 3 cities that we've been through, when we leave, people have died. Stone's Throw, that place near...
Why do you say that?
But there was a place before we crossed the river.
Yeah, the little village that you were at.
Yeah, they had to leave too.
They did.
Well,
But none
In
of that
fairness,
was
they had to
our
leave. That
fault.
wasn't even your fault. They had to leave before you got
None
there.
of it was our fault.
I mean, we found that place in distress.
Yeah, we helped them. We've been running around a lot. We deserve it.
I mean, I can't complain about going out and enjoying some festivities and just relaxing for once.
What are they celebrating, by the way?
Oh, nothing. It's where we are. There's not there aren't a lot of good days.
That's
Where we
most
live.
people are.
Yeah. Well, anyone who marches out of the God's Fall marches through our city, and that's as that is. It's not the best. So right now, the guard has actually pulled entirely out of the city for the first time in Well, since I was much younger, there's no.
Which direction?
Oh, they were leaving They left midday today. They were heading northwest.
Okay, cool.
Probably in a hurry as well.
They did seem rather hurried. Yes.
Fantastic. Yeah, no, I call that enough of a
I'll sort of look
to
over
let
at
it
everybody
loose a
else
little
and
bit.
lean in. It's working.
There's just a
Oh wait,
slight
northwest. Oh, I
grin
thought you
on my
said
character's
northeast. I was
face.
thinking northeast. So yeah, okay, fair enough. Cool. We don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, it's like
Northwest.
there's just a sly grin, and I'm just like, so I'm going to go enjoy the outside, maybe a little bit of food if it's out, or additional food,
Mhm.
and I will then rest up and we'll leave in the morning. And I chipperly head outside.
Well,
Go,
then,
Beth.
as you all start getting up and about, she nods. I will go check in on your friend then, and well, have a lovely evening.
Mm-hmm.
And she,
yourself too.
you see her gather up a poultice and some fresh bandages, and she makes her way upstairs.
Yeah, there's nothing more my character can do right now.
Yeah,
I purged
that's
as much curse as I could.
So you head outside. Indeed, as you step outside, there's music playing, which is nice. There are kids are running around and playing. The village is mostly tiefling, probably 95% tiefling. But you see people running about and enjoying themselves. Some of the men are tending to a large bonfire in the center, and where a large stew seems to be being prepared. Another stands behind a wooden bar. Isn't the right way to say it? It's basically a plank of wood over two barrels, and he is providing drinks for people there. There is a somewhat lively celebration. Some of the women are currently in contest. I would say they're sparring or practicing, and some money seems to be being wagered on who is the victor in these particular fights. But
Rhea, go win some money for us.
Sorry, who did you say?
Rhea, you just gotta go beat up some locals. That shouldn't be hard.
I don't think that's... You've seen what these do to, well, demons.
You
And
don't have to
people.
use your guns, use your fists.
I would say, in fairness, they're all fighting with fists.
No, you're right. Without your guns, they'd probably kick your ass.
Actually, that's not a bad point. I've never seen you do much besides those.
Haven't really had to in years.
But can you?
Those technically.
Just not as good as with them.
Not even close.
I mean, she's
Okay,
proficient
that makes sense to
enough.
me.
She's proficient well enough in them to help us out. And her prior experience has helped us out as well, so I don't have any issue with it. Why don't you go in there, Jem? You're the more muscular out of all of us, and no offense, I'm a little bit small in stature
Am I allowed
to get
to?
into fisticuffs.
I don't do well with actual fighting. And she like shadow boxes for a few seconds.
Jem will go over and ask what they're doing.
Sure. You make your way on over. It's a little bit like back and left of the bonfire from where you're at, but close enough still that the area is well illuminated. There is a ring that has been made out of just basically laying small smooth stones on the ground. And all around it, there are a number of tieflings that are kind of cheering for whoever they've placed their money on. Inside, currently, there are two tiefling women. One has long hair, but it's completely braided, very tight behind her back, all the way down to her, just above her tailbone. Her hair is a dark green color, and her flesh is a brilliant blue, providing a very nice contrast, especially as the fire shines off of her. The other one has a gentle red flesh tone, She has black hair, though it has been kind of buzzed off on the side and just hangs otherwise. And she has on a black jacket and pants, and she is winning, I would say, is the word I would use for the situation that is going on here, as the other one is kind of pushing back up to her feet, and yeah, everyone seems real pleased.
I'm gonna go
but-
get a view from the bar.
Sure. Yep. You head on over to where there's a tiefling man who is serving drinks. He doesn't ask you for any money, interestingly. So he as soon as you approach, he sets a thing on the or a flagon on the table, or on the board of wood, I should say, and nods. Welcome to town. We're celebrating this evening, so you're welcome to.
Thank you. This is for you regardless, and I just pass him a gold.
He raises an eyebrow as if that is not what he would have charged, even if he was charging tonight. Thank you.
For celebration purposes.
Well, it
The
is.
generosity goes around, doesn't it?
It's a good night. As you're over there, 16, there, one of the tieflings, a woman with very short hair, almost buzzed right down to the scalp. She glances over at you. She's got kind of ram's horns that curl back over her head. Evening, stranger. Don't recognize you.
No, that makes sense. I just got here.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be why. Just moving on through, or?
Yeah, we got a little one in our group, and points over to Sarah.
Oh,
Needs
she's
to
adorable.
Rest for the night before we can travel further, apparently.
I understand. Traveling with kids must be so difficult. I can't even imagine.
It can be. I'm looking after her for her mother, though.
That's so sweet of you.
Mm.
Oh. Well, it's nice to know there are kind strangers out there.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
No.
You know what? No, I'm not being paid, so yeah, it is a kind thing to do.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
So what's going on here?
Oh, yeah. Well, some of the ladies of the town, I would say, they like to blow off steam, as it were. We live most of our days with, well, some version of Skala's forces, whether it's the infernal type or the, well, mortal type, here. And, well, we got to take a lot more shit than we'd like to. So, now they're gone, we're getting some of the frustrations out tonight.
Just the women, though?
Oh, well, Tiefling society, the women are usually our fighters. Men usually watch the home.
Can men fight too, though?
Sure, if they want to.
Do you have to have money?
To fight or to bet?
Yeah. Just fight.
No, you can fight for free. Just in there to go. Everyone else is doing the betting.
I don't think I have money to bet. Let me check. Nope, still 0 gold.
Fair enough.
Hold on, let me.
I
check.
do.
We have a party gold.
I would say you guys should have a party loot.
I'll just toss Gem 6 gold.
Just don't pull out the platinum, please.
Oh, this is
Yeah,
out of my
yeah.
pocket.
We got a lot of gold and platinum.
Yeah,
That-
you guys have
that's
quite a
why
bit
I'm
of money.
saying don't pull out the platinum. It might get suspicious.
Do you want to fight?
Sure.
Sure. No
Cool.
weapons, as long as that's all right. And you go until one of you says you quit.
So just using whatever innate abilities you have in your own body, then.
Pretty much.
All right.
All right. It takes a few minutes after the one who was losing has officially lost. You see the one who was victorious. She walks over to the towards the bar. Sarah, you see as this rather large woman kind of brushes past and grabs a drink off it, downs the entire thing, and makes her way back over. And
Impressive.
she nods. We'll see. And she
I will offer a mage hand to help the other one up.
they seem appreciative, although they look really pissed off that they lost. They're real mad. as they get up, and they kind of glance at the mage hand and raise an eyebrow. Thanks.
But did you have a good time?
Yes.
I like
Then
to
it was
imagine,
worth it.
because mage hand can only lift like 5 pounds, so they go to grab the mage hand and put all their weight into it, and they just fall back on the
Yeah.
ground again.
Ow.
Yeah.
I mean, technically I have it on there twice. Can I have 2? Not that that would make a difference.
So you head into the circle, and this person kind of walks back over, and you see
So,
her.
watching the match, they're not like fighting until someone's KO'd. How do you win? Is it like knocking them out of the ring, or?
No. So she, when she won that fight, she delivered a punch that knocked the other person back to the ground, and they just put a hand up and said, "I'm good." They're not trying to hurt each other. They're just blowing off some steam.
Okay.
So she takes her jacket off. She's got a tank top on underneath it and tosses her jacket to the side. All right, what's your name, stranger?
16.
16.
There's
All
more
right.
than one of me.
That's not a name. That's a
I
name.
hope at least 15 others then.
I gotta warn you, I do have some tricks up my sleeve.
It's
Good to know it.
true. And I will bet on Gem.
How much would you like to bet on Gem?
I will bet 2 gold on Gem.
Did Jem bet the money that I threw him?
No. 6
Not on
gold isn't enough to
himself.
make anything.
That's his money. That's his allowance.
That's my allowance now. Yeah.
Oh,
Does anyone want to place a bet? By the way, she reaches out and offers you a hand to shake. I'm Amaryllis. Nice to meet you.
Jake's
Oh.
Real,
Yeah.
speak up.
2
Well,
gold.
if you want a real fair fight with that one, you need 2 people.
Wow.
And she'll shrug off her coat and offer to join if...
And actually, it wouldn't be a fair fight because my other guy like goes away with just like 1 HP. So
You're
yes,
fine.
but you get to do it a bunch.
She puts a hand up. Don't insult me. I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to this. She
don't
cracks her
insult
neck.
Maria.
So okay, you need 1.5 people. There's 1 person to fight you, and then somebody to just punch your clone every time they show up.
All right. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
Here comes that fighter initiative. I don't think y'all can see it, but that's a 1.
Well,
Plus
her
2 is 3.
her initiative is 26, so I guess she will go first.
Go for it.
So she kind of lunges out and is gonna throw a big old punch. Does a 17 hit?
Nope.
All right. So you are able to kind of sidestep out of the way and dodge it, and it's your turn. She doesn't swing twice. She just seems to be kind of feeling you up. Out. Feeling you out. Not up.
Nope, you already said it. Speaking of
Well,
which, Jem's
I
gonna kind of
assumed-
do the same thing, but with his shadow as he summons a clone behind her to try and grapple her.
All right.
Oh, okay, never mind. I misunderstood. He's gonna do the same thing to his shadow.
Wait, what the hell
This is
happening
how
to
you
this
feel
camera?
me up. Thank you very much.
Could I argue advantage on this grapple check since she wouldn't see this coming?
Yes. I would say you can.
I'm sure she has super high acrobatics to oppose it, though. Oh, that's
She
a
has-
natural 20.
She has good acrobatics. I wouldn't say she has super high acrobatics.
That's a natural 20.
Well, she has a 19, so that would be no.
All right. So as the shadow gem appears behind her and puts her in like a sort of like a full Nelson type
Yeah.
deal, other gem is going to come up and put a few shots into her lower torso.
All right, go ahead. She's grappled, so I think you get advantage. Is that?
Mm-hmm.
I can never remember the
Yes.
grapple rules. All right.
All right. So 18 plus 9 for the first one,
That will hit.
and that's just I think it's just a straight 6 damage. Yep. So 6 bludgeoning damage,
Nice.
and then the second one is a 14 plus 9.
So that's 23.
Yep.
Roll your d20 again.
9.
Oh, really?
18. Okay. So you throw your first punch, and it catches her flush right under the ribs, and she grunts out. And then you go to throw another punch, and this one you aim right at her face, and you've got it locked on target, and you just miss. You're not certain how. You know you had your fist going at her face, but then suddenly it was somewhere else. You must have misread it.
And then Shadow Gem will let go of her, and we'll both retreat to opposite sides of the ring. So she's
All right.
The two of us.
All right, then it's her turn, and she kind of... How much damage was that total on the first hit?
6.
Oh, crud. Looks like I gotta fix Sarah's camera, too.
Yeah, I was like,
I accidentally
that got
clicked off
weird.
the stupid advertisement that plays in the thing now. It screwed up all the cameras. I hate you,
Dick.
Discord. I hate you so much.
I hate that thing so much.
I know.
I've been paying for Nitro, so yeah.
Yeah. All right. So she kind of glances around and she nods. That's a neat trick. I can do it too. Scatter! And as she yells that, 3 more of her pop out as she casts Mirror Image. And it is your turn. Because that was her action, I believe, yes.
Yep, that is unfortunately an action.
Okay. Technically, this isn't how the rules as written for mirror image works.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna see if you will let me get around it with this. I would like to use. Oh, where is it at? The extra spells that I have as a human. One of them is detect thoughts. There we go. Second level.
Okay.
Detect thoughts, I believe, when you have it up, allows you to just sort of detect the surface level thoughts of things around you.
It does.
And her duplicates wouldn't have thoughts because they're duplicates.
Interesting. Would they not have thoughts, or would they have the exact same thoughts as her?
I suppose that's up to you.
Either way, we will find out. Which one?
Detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see. So.
Roll a d20.
Oof.
14.
You start using detect thoughts to carefully glance over each of them. The first one that you look at, they do have thoughts, but it's scrambled. It's what you hear. The words don't line up in ways that make sense. Something is completely. You've actually heard it before when you try to think of one of your when you try to detect thoughts on one of your gem clones once. It's kind of like that. It doesn't really make sense. Then you get you see. You eventually get another one who seems to be kind of glancing at one of the other ones, and you hear her think, "Wow, my ass looks great right now."
And then I'll go and attack that one. That was an action, though, so I'll have to use my action surge to get back my attack action. And then me and the gem clone close in on her to flank. What's your flanking rules? Is it +2?
+2. +2 for flanking.
So, yep, gonna come in flank on her.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 19 + 8.
That'll hit.
For 5, as I give her a nice right hook.
She, you hear the last of her thoughts as she doesn't even seem to notice you walking over. You hear her think, no, never mind. She would notice you walking over. She has high perception. So yeah, she sees you kind of like walk over, and you see her like steel herself because she's like, "Fuck!"
Like, what, huh?
And yeah, you clock her across the chin. And
all right, second attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that one's gonna miss. That would be a 9 + 8, so a 17.
No, that doesn't hit.
Okay, I'm gonna use 2 Unleash Incarnation, so my gem gets to make 2 attacks from behind her.
Oof.
First one misses. Second one is a 22.
Oh, that'll hit.
For... Oh, no, sorry. I don't roll a d6. It's just a straight 6 damage. So that first hit would have been 6, not 5, and that That one is also 6 damage.
All right.
Was that 2 attacks from both of us that I just made?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
2
yep,
hits,
so
2
that's the
misses.
end- Yep. So that's the end of my turn then. And detect thoughts is concentration, so it remains up.
All right. Very nice. She seems to be aware of this, as she is going to instead try to break your concentration. And she is going to take a swing at you. Does a 21 hit your AC?
It may. Give me one moment here, real quick. Yes.
All right. That's 4 damage.
Okay. Concentration check then.
Mm-hmm.
Save.
Oh, nice. And she is then going to action surge. And she is going to cast... she's going to cast Hold Person on you. Go ahead and make a wisdom save.
Not super great at those. I will use my inspo.
Probably a good call.
Ooh, fuck you, game. That is a 7.
Okay. So with the she
Oh,
kind of...
Indomitable.
Oh, that's right. Fucking fighters.
13.
No, that's not enough either. So she goes and kind of sets up one punch that, and instead of hitting you with her fist, she brings her elbow up and clocks you in the head with the elbow, and then kind of spins and hits you with the Hold Person to hold you in place. And Other Gem gives you a look, and you know exactly what he's thinking. This could be my chance. I could kill him right now. This could be it.
You have no weapons. You can do 6 damage to me at most.
But he's thinking it. Your turn, though.
Okay.
Does Hold Person break your concentration?
I don't think
Don't
it
think
breaks.
I don't
the
think it does.
concentration, but
I don't feel like it does.
I need to
I don't
check.
think you can
I
cast
believe
new
it's
spells
straight-
with the somatic component.
No, but I don't think it incapacitates.
Mm-mm. It
Yeah.
just pulled you there. I think it restrains you.
Technically, a paralyzed creature is incapacitated, but that just means
Yeah.
you can't take actions or reactions.
Yeah. Okay.
Which
you can't
means
move
you
or
can
speak.
do bonus actions.
That's stupid.
Rules as
Yeah, fair enough, I get it.
Unless actions encompasses bonus actions as well. But I'm going to tell you what I want to do, and you let me know.
All right,
if,
I'll let you know if
in
you
the
can do it.
realms of the narrative
Yeah.
if this makes sense.
Okay.
Because trading spots with my shadow is a bonus action.
I mean, you don't have to move to do it.
Technically, all it's doing is just transferring his brain goo.
That's all, eh?
Also hilarious with him thinking, I could do it. I could kill him right now. And then suddenly he's the paralyzed one.
Yeah, I know. I'm more worried about the precedent it sets for later if I allow it when
Tell you what,
the fight I actually care about.
If you just want to allow it here and not in a fight later, I won't be mad about that.
Okay, yeah, I'll say you're able to do that for something like this.
Okay. Then I swap places with Shadow Gem. So now he's the one that's paralyzed.
He's paralyzed, but you can see the look in his eyes, the
Oh.
fear, the horror of what.
Look at me. Look
Yeah.
at me.
No.
I'm the mobile one now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna put 2 punches into the back of her, aiming for like spleen shots.
Yeah. Go for it. I'll even give you advantage.
Well, that's a natural 20 for the first one, which
Okay.
I'm not rolling any dice, so it's up to you if she takes double damage, but 6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one is a 19 plus 9 for another 6 damage.
All right. That's pretty good. So was that 18 total?
Yes.
Okay. So the first one hits. I'm actually going to say they came in the reverse order. The first one hits and she kind of grunts, and the second one, with her already exposed, really digs into her kidneys and her back, and she goes, and she grunts out, and tastes a little bit of blood on her tongue. Oh, All right. That's plenty. That's plenty. Oh.
Snaps his finger and the other gem vanishes.
She does the same, and her 3 clones run back into her. Oh. Okay, well, that's a trick I've never seen before. Not the making a clone thing, but the swapping places with one. That's new.
Comes in handy.
I would imagine it would. You see another tiefling walk over. This one's got longer hair, down to probably about her mid-back. It's kind of a wispy silvery color, and she glances over. You all right, Amy? Fine, Rox. 16. The other one nods. Roxy, nice to meet you. Are you with the halfling over there?
Yeah, that's Little Bear.
Oh, you said it was a kid, says the other person.
I said the little one.
I suppose that's true. They nod. Well, welcome to our village. I hope you enjoy yourself. One of the woman that you spoke to originally walks over, and she hands you a sack with 50 gold coins in it. She says, well, I, for one, am happy you're here.
I'm going to shift my
What do I get?
tech thoughts over to her really quick. How happy is she?
How happy right now? The woman who hands you the coins?
Yeah.
She's very happy right now. She just made some serious money betting on the mysterious stranger. And Amaryllis looks so betrayed right now. She is just like, wow.
There's
Alright,
a
then
bench in there.
I'm going to use Detect Thoughts, just scan around really quick and see if there's anyone who is particularly
What
interested
about
in celebrating with me
winnings?
tonight.
Yes, so Miriana, you double up your money as well. You did
Yay.
quite well. A lot of people seem very celebratory. Amaryllis is not one of them. She walks over to the woman who just handed you 50 gold pieces, 16, and she kind of glances. All right, Mina, listen up. You can't sleep in our house tonight. You can sleep somewhere else. And the girl laughs and shrugs, whatever, and just walks off. And she shakes her head like,
You're not my real mom.
no, I'm not. But yeah. You said you're looking for someone eager to celebrate?
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, I got you. I know what you mean.
No.
I would say specifically around the circle where the people were just watching you fight, yeah, there's a few who have been sizing you up.
All right, cool. Give me like a perception check to go in, try to seal the deal, and then
Yeah,
then have an early night.
give me perception, and then give me. I'll let you decide persuasion or straight charisma for a lower DC.
All right. Wish I would have saved my advantage now. Perception. Oh, that's a 5. No, sorry.
Welcome to Fighter.
That's a 7.
Okay. And do you want to make persuasion, or do you want
Wait,
to
hold
do
on. I can't argue advantage since I get to like check in people's minds, know who the better chances would be with.
Yes, I'd say so.
All right, that 7 is now an 8.
Sick.
Boy, I love being a fucking fighter.
Do you want to make a persuasion check, or do you want to make a straight charisma for a lower DC?
Let's just go to straight charisma.
All right.
All right, so what's my persuasion? Yeah. You know what? Fuck you. You're not doing well for me. I'm gonna try a different dice.
Hell yeah.
Motherfucker.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off if he ends up trying to convince Rhea.
What'd you get?
4.
4. All right. So you start looking around, trying to make sizing up who might be interested, and you do see a couple people who have been. They're thinking about the person they were just watching and the thoughts are lingering on their mind. And you make your way over to one and attempt to seal the deal, as it were. Only to find out that it was Amaryllis that they were staring at. And that doesn't go so well.
Well,
Yep.
I feel like Jem only ever scores when someone else is already blatantly interested in him. So instead, we're staying at the doctor's. Did she allow us to stay at
Yep,
her place?
she said you would
All right.
you could stay at the doctor's.
All right, Jem retires early, and as you see him walking away, he's summoning another Jem. Get it done one way or another.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Wow.
All right,
Well,
so
then.
uh,
Masturbation, right?
in self-cessed, yeah. Somewhere in another dimension, there's a gem who's about to wake up having had a very weird dream that night. I dreamt that I was in a village
that
of
wouldn't happen
tieflings.
anymore.
I dreamt I was in a village of tieflings, and they were all really pretty, and I had sex with myself. What does that mean? What does that say about me?
Therapist is like, all right, let's break
Callie,
this down.
The funniest thing to me is the thought process that, like, leading up to that of, oh, they were actually thinking about emeralds, is exactly what was going through Ria's head.
I mean, listen, Amaryllis was not wrong. She does have a nice ass. But unfortunately for y'all, only Roxy gets to see it. Okay, so Miriani, what are you up to, and Ria, what are you up to?
Ria's probably just gonna grab a couple drinks after the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Grab a drink, wander around, see what else is going on.
As you wander around, Miriani, you kind of take a long walk around the kind of outer perimeter of this bonfire area. It doesn't seem like anyone's gone too far outside of this village square. Excuse me. But you do see people playing music, and two new people are actually there setting up to play, and everyone seems kind of excited about it. Apparently there's been some whisperings that they have a new story to tell.
Ooh,
I'll wander over, I suppose.
that sounds fun.
Drink in
Unless
each
I hear
hand,
that
both of
I
them
am
for me.
shrinking into a stupor.
Yep, that's fine. You probably be able to hear it as well from where you are. As they set up, and the other people who are playing. Most people are just either strumming a lute or maybe gently playing at the flute. But they all politely go and they seem to watch. The children seem extremely excited. Apparently, these people are storytellers of some kind, so they're quite excited about it. The lead one is a tiefling man in his 30s with silver skin and black hair. He seems to be sharing a tale of some sort, while a woman of the same age plays a lute. She is quite lovely with ruby red hair and skin the same color as his. The man kind of seems to glance down towards the children in the front, really playing up the tale for them. But you're all able to hear it as he says, "Doubt not my tale, for I witnessed it plain, as we fled her fiends among friends who were slain. Though we fought bravely and rose to the cause, the wraith of Syl stole our hearts, giving us pause. Yet among us were heroes from parts unknown, and in their courage a rebellion sown. A halfling who wields both fang and claw, and a tiefling like you and me is what we saw. A man who stood up to the queen's left hand, and an elf with magic, a righteous band. So be brave and take heart in what I say this night. Wraith Iris lies dead, so join our fight." And everyone starts to cheer.
Absolutely, I'm
There has-
cheering that too.
There has never been a story about a wraith being slain before.
They are so lucky that Jem went to bed, or else he might have turned into Iris and jumped out going, "Brah!"
That would not have gone over well.
That might have caused a small panic.
I would say that's the least of it. But the look on people's faces is, I mean, in the children, it's one of excitement, as if they've just been told, just a fanciful tale. But the look on some of the adults, shock, would be a more appropriate term. Like when a former president is indicted, something you know should happen, but it just never thought it actually would.
on 34 counts of all things.
I mean,
Zing.
crazy.
34. And that's the start, folks. Moving on.
Yeah. So,
Um,
yeah, the people here are very excited, enjoying the tale, and yeah, there's hope is something that is seldom seen in the world in this era, but there are people that look hopeful for the first time in most of their lives. They are not currently being watched by Skala's fiends. They have heard rumors that the United Allies of Serene have returned to Terrasen and taken a city, and apparently a Wraith of Syl has been slain.
I just nudge Rialta and go, see, mission accomplished.
I'm assuming you mean me.
Yeah.
You
Said Rialta.
You said Rialta.
Rialta's
Even
sitting
I'm
there
mixing
with
them
her
up,
book,
not
like, yeah, I
mixing
know, it's crazy.
What the heck? The similar names. But no, I nudge Rhea and I go, see,
Oh,
mission
please.
accomplished.
Oh, so Rhea's definitely looking around, like, mostly at the storytellers, like, making sure she's not recognized.
No one seems to have.
I'm
Everyone
in my
seems
third cup at this point.
everyone seems
I've
quite
stopped
enamored.
caring.
It's a little while after that when everything is settling down a little bit. Some of the younger ones have been taken to go to bed. The storyteller is over around the bar and is carousing and drinking as the younger woman, or the younger woman, she's in her 30s, as the woman has now put her flute away, and she stands up and stretches out, walks over, and as she walks by, she kind of glances at Rhea. It's an interesting jacket to wear in a place such as this.
Don't have much else to wear.
Perhaps we should change that. She offers you a hand.
Can I insight if she
Sure.
actually means clothes?
Sure. Go ahead and roll an insight.
Well, that's better than gems by a lot.
You don't know if she's actually going to give you clothes, but you can bet she's trying to take your jacket off.
She's like, look,
Sure,
I'm
why
throwing, that
not?
I'm throwing that jacket away. You can be in it or out of it.
She, as you offer your hand or give her a hand, she brings you up. She's a little bit shorter than you are, but she kind of has a smile on her face, and she leans up to whisper into your ear, "For the hero of Stone's Throw." And she leads you off towards her house. You will fade to black. Your night is done.
Good enough.
That said, go ahead and you can give me either a performance or a constitution or an athletics or acrobatics check. However you get it done, however you prefer. Are you more of a marathon or a sprinter?
Make a
I'm
strength
kind of
saving
leaning
throw.
towards acrobatic.
I love it. Acrobatics it is. Go ahead and make me an acrobatics check.
This is the way it should be done.
All right, let's do this. That is 16 plus 7.
She is a very
23.
pleased. She is a very pleased lady. We'll see how that goes in the morning. Miriani, you watch as this flutist leads Rhea away, and you know exactly how much lip and tongue control is necessary for a flutist or a flautist, and you're pretty sure Rhea is going to be in for a good night.
Oh, good for her.
This is nice. Sarah, Miriani, do either of you head back, or Sarah, are you just getting yourself blackout drunk?
Well, after my third cup and after hearing that wonderful tale,
Mm-hmm.
I get all forms of sobriety up for just a moment, and I walk over to the bard, and I just go. And I just simply say to him, "That was a wonderful story," and shake his hand. And in those hands, as I'm gripping his hand, is a platinum piece. And I go, "And this is to ensure that tale is always sung far and wide." And I walk
He-
away, and then I'm going to crash.
Hold up. As you try to, he holds your hand in place and tilts his hand left so that the coin falls back into your hand and leans down to whisper to you. I witnessed a miracle in my fleeing of Stone's Throw. That tale will be sung far and wide until the day I die. Thank you for what you did. And he pulls back.
I'm not gonna fight that. I am too loopy. I am going to bed.
Mm-hmm. He glances over at Miriani and smiles.
Smile
Well.
back.
Finding a moment where things have quieted down a little bit and he feels like he can have a moment of privacy, he approaches you. Well, I do wish to extend my sincerest thank you to you all for your bravery.
Oh, we're just doing what we're here to do.
Well,
Thank
you're-
you for the song, though.
The least I can do, to say the
It
least
was
of it.
quite lovely.
Um,
And you did that on such short notice.
I was working on it on the way up here. But the lyrics came to me easy. It was inspiring to see. Have you heard what they're calling you?
No.
Oh.
We've been busy.
Well, it is the name of the song. It is called The Dark Queen's Lament.
Ooh. It's very poetic. I like that. I'll have to tell everyone else.
Well, that's what they're
She's
calling
sort of
y'all
a
in
little giddy.
that's what they're calling y'all in Stone's Throw right now. But yeah. He nods. Well, I see my sister has busied herself for the evening. I guess I will go find somewhere else to sleep tonight. And he glances over at some of the tiefling ladies who are still sparring in the ring. Problem solved. And you see him head on over. He seems quite popular.
I imagine.
Eventually, you all make your way to bed. Jem, as you get back kind of early, I would say the doctor has not yet gone to sleep. And
She's still wrangling up the chickens.
she is. She's wrangling up all the chickens to make sure the poultry's all ready. But she's actually just stepping out of Annalise's room as you come upstairs, and she smiles at you. I heard the commotion out there. Hope you don't look any worse for wear.
Sorry, this is before or after my gem time?
No, she sees the two of you heading upstairs, I would say.
Okay. We're holding hands. The other gem blushes.
You know what? She doesn't seem to... If she notices, she doesn't say anything.
Okay.
Well, wow. That is... I was gonna... Have a nice night. And she shuffles past you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You are, it's a little while later, or quite a while later, I would say, Miriani, when you and Sarah return, and Jem's room sounds busy. Which is weird because you only saw him and his clone go back, and Annalise is in her room, and the woman is sleeping downstairs.
Be a lot more busy if I was level 18.
Yeah, that's true.
I get 2 of them at that point.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Jesus.
Self-cessed circle jerk. Great. Oh, boy. I would say it's rowdy busy. Anyway.
Just got that same sort of good for him pleasant hum and smile that I've had since the bard left.
Good for him.
I
Yeah, I
am
guess.
going to go sleep near or in the same room Annalise is, and I'm going to find a wall and just crash and keep an eye on her.
Fair enough. Annalise is resting somewhat comfortably. She occasionally kind of groans out in pain, but even from here, you can tell the wounds are healing on her face. They are starting to regenerate and heal up, so that seems like good news. Yeah, so that'll be it for this evening, unless someone else has something they are desperate to do. All right. It is morning when you all awaken. Jem, you feel satisfied, but in a strange sort of way.
No, there's
It's
a lot
not-
of cuddling afterwards. I feel great.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad he was a gentle lover. Anyway,
What's that look supposed to mean?
I think you know.
Callie's questioning her own life choices.
Many,
You had a chance to
many
kick
life
me out
choices.
of this campaign a long time ago. Okay?
Can I-
And you chose not to.
Can I be an Echo Knight? He asked me, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? Sure.
You have found
You know what?
out.
I eat my own flesh, there's a problem. I go the other way and I be more loving and kind to myself, that's a problem. I don't know how to win with you.
No, it's just the problem that you never stop eating yourself.
One way or another. I don't want to know if Jem eats ass. I assume he does, but
Hey, there's one gem out there, at least.
yeah, exactly. Okay.
Swinging into batter cage in
Oh,
both
boy.
stances. Let's put it that way.
In the possibility of the multiverse.
Yep, there is one somewhere. Wow. What
Gonna go
year
back
is it?
to a few days ago when Callie told me that she doesn't think I'm gay enough or something to be, what was it, Sailor Uranus?
Uranus. Yeah, I said you weren't
Yeah.
gay enough to be Sailor Uranus.
I'm working.
I was wrong.
No,
Sometimes you're wrong, and
don't doubt Robbie with anything.
no, it's... Yep. My self-cestuous pansexual demi-boy. All right.
Go.
Oh, boy. All right. Anyway, morning thankfully comes, along with Jem. Miriani,
Time.
yeah, you awaken. You are probably the most together in the morning. Sarah, you
That's a
are
relative term.
you're a little hungover. Miriani, you also notably had very pleasant dreams last night.
Aw.
I would say. In fact, you haven't had a bad dream since your last bad dream, I would say. Which I guess is how all things work. Yeah, ever since you met
I
the
get it.
nightmare, you
I
haven't had a bad dream.
understand. Yeah.
Rhea, you awaken in a bed you're not familiar with, which is not terribly unusual. What is a little unusual is that you have awakened with someone next to you that isn't Jem. Not to say you two have slept together before, well, had sex, but you have definitely shared a bed at some point when you were traveling. Yeah, you awaken next to the silver-fleshed tiefling from the night before, who her hair is a freaking mess right now, and she looks very pleased as she kind of sits up and shakes her head. Well, what a lovely homecoming. I think I owed you a new jacket. And she kind of shifts and gets out of bed and goes over. And she takes out from the closet a long blue coat with little, you can tell from the shaping of it, there's small platelets of armor that run through it. They probably have small little quarter-inch separations in them. If someone were to stab you and catch one of those separations, it would not be a good time, but blunt weaponry or most slashing attacks probably would be, this would be very effective against. The armored coat would run down to between your knees and your ankles, and it kind of has lapels with kind of gold trimming on them. But she nods and takes it out as she glances over at you and then looks back to it. Yeah, I think this will go lovely with your flesh tone. And she walks over and wraps it around you as you stand up and kind of takes a look. I think it is quite nice and much less ratty than the old one.
Thank you. Well, I had that one for years, so
Well, I mean, if it's sentimental,
no, burn it.
fair enough. She nods and seems perfectly happy to do so. All right, excellent. Well, I won't pretend like I'm gonna see you again, but if we happen to run into each other again, I certainly wouldn't mind a repeat performance.
Out of curiosity, did we say we were leaving right away?
You did say you were leaving in the morning, yes?
Okay, but when did we say we were leaving in the morning? We said we had to stock up, right?
You did say that, yes?
Yes, and there wasn't much stocking up that happened.
All right, go ahead and roll an acrobatics, say athletics, say, or a constitution save, or a performance check.
I'm like, I don't think anybody here would stop you from a round 2.
That's a
Especially
17
given
plus
where
7.
we're going.
All right, well, the three of you are awake anyway and up and about in the doctor's office. Rhea's nowhere to be seen. But also this morning, Annalise has gotten up and she is walking around, which it's not to say she hasn't gotten up. Obviously, she was running with you guys when you fled, but she looks a little bit more like herself this morning. Not in the face,
Yay.
but she is carrying herself like she's more aware. And she nods to everyone. Good morning. I apologize for my, well, uselessness the last few days.
No. Go
Don't you
right up in
dare.
her face. No.
No, don't you dare.
All right.
You're recovering. It's fine.
Yes, thanks to you. I am
Here,
indeed.
have some toast.
She kind of lifts up her bandages to start eating, but keeps her face hidden as she does.
It's like, Annalise, do not and don't you dare blame yourself for anything. Somebody was going to get hit first by that. And by that bitch, it just happened to be you.
You did your part. You survived.
Yes.
I
And
did.
then just sort of float away.
Is for you will be going back to that wife of yours as long as we have something to say about it.
I am certain she will be grateful. 16, how you doing?
I'm good. He's
You
eating
see- you're-
something.
Yeah, I know. She's going to make a perception check to see if she can tell what you're eating.
I don't even know what I'm eating in game. It's almonds in real life, though.
Well, I rolled a nat
Holy
20.
mulligan.
I rolled a nat 20, and she is like, oh, almonds, delightful.
And raisins. Almonds and raisins. It's a
Seems
trail
healthy.
mix.
Seems
Found it in
lovely.
The doctor's something somewhere.
Doctor nods. Indeed. Well, that's, I suppose, the least I can do for the heroes of Stone's Throw. Word is getting around this morning. Goodness gracious.
I certainly threw some stones last night. Finger guns.
Oh, boy. I spoke with the grocer. They will provide you with whatever supplies you need to get up to Mortis Silvana. Cannot believe that you're going there, but
Bit of a
I-
homecoming for me.
I'm so very sorry.
I was born there.
I'm so very sorry.
Don't worry about it. Inappropriateness is kind of his thing.
She thinks about what she saw in the hallway last night before Jem went to bed and goes, now it makes sense. Well, my sincerest apologies. I do wish you all the best. I wish I could offer you more, but my fighting days are
Oh,
long
that's
behind
alright.
me.
You have done plenty. Thank
We
you.
appreciate
Thank you for
everything that you did.
the hospitality, helping out Annalise. We couldn't ask for anything else.
I do have one other thing for you. She goes over, and then and pulls up one of the rugs, and then she kind of grimaces. Could one of you stronger individuals perhaps help me?
Gem help. We're rolling.
She just motions to you. There's she points to where there is a set of loose floorboards that look like they can be brought up. I am not the young woman I once was. Could you lift that for me?
Lifts it.
Underneath it, there is a wrapped piece of cloth, which she takes out and brings over. She sets it down on a table. It is dusty as heck, as if it has been there for a very long time. And she pulls off the leather wrapping that's around it. And underneath it is a shield. The shield is of, looks like it's steel. It's a kite shield. And it has, some sort of magical enchantment on it. You can tell this for two reasons. One is it definitely gives off something of an aura about it. And when she taps it, the otherwise plain mirror shield, which is, it has a reflective surface, suddenly bears the mark of the United Allies of Cyrene. And she taps it again to make the symbol disappear. In my younger days, I was a soldier before we were routed and disbanded, but I managed to hang on to the shield. You should take it.
Okay.
Does anyone in the group use a shield?
Yeah, I use a shield.
All right, great. You now have a shield +1.
Woo. I give her my old shield. You can have this one.
Actually, that's an interesting point. Could I use a shield?
You are a sorcerer?
Are you
Yeah.
a warcaster?
I would say,
If not, the answer is no.
So I don't believe sorcerer gets proficiency in shields.
Yeah, I was just, it
Even-
literally just occurred to me, like, all of the instinct of, like, fantasy stuff says no. But I'm like, wait, is there actually a legit reason
Yeah.
I can't?
No, sorcerer doesn't get any armor or shield proficiency.
Yeah, you would need both proficiency
Okay, no,
and
Fine, just checking.
a
Mhm.
ability or feat warcaster that
Well, I
says
was
you can
just
use a
thinking
shield at the same time.
Theoretically, like, you still have one hand free.
Yes, but
I feel like
somatic
the
components
reason
are
that sorcerers
two-handed thing normally.
don't use armor is the same reason they don't need like books and shit. They just wake up and go.
There's nothing stopping them.
enough.
They get up and they're ready to go for the day.
I actually,
They
so I
are.
figured
I mean,
I should have said
that's
to
how
you,
I live my life.
There was a guy, I don't know what show it's from, but it just said sorcerers walking into the wizard's college. The fuck is up with all these books?
Yes.
It's appropriate.
So the morning sets in, and you are able to go over to the grocer and stock up for your trip. They don't charge you anything. They don't say why they're not charging you anything, but you know why they're not charging you anything.
It's damn
know.
obvious at this point.
Yeah. Rhea, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh no. What is my con save? Oh, +1. Okay. No, con save is +5. Not okay. Dirty 20.
All right, you do not take a point of exhaustion. By the time it's getting to be a little later in the morning, she is sleeping again, and you are feeling quite proud of yourself, for you have seldom heard noises like that out of mortal beings. As you step out into the, you pull on your new jacket and make your way out, and the rest of you see her start walking over in basically the fantasy equivalent of walking out of the room in the girl's pajama top, as she has a new jacket on. Annalise raises an eyebrow. Did you steal it?
No, I was given it. Her hair is also down for the first time that like
Yeah, I'll
any
bet.
of them but Jem have seen.
Fun night, huh?
Wow.
Yeah. She
Same-
looks like she had the
same
stick
little
removed
good-
from her ass.
Maybe she did.
Oh,
Only after it was
That's
put in
wonderful
her
to
ass,
know.
to be clear. And with that, you all depart. I need a different song. I need this one.
Pleasure before wandering in hell, after all.
Indeed. Your journey north is an unceremonious one. For Miriani and Sarah, it seems as though there should be some great heralding as you enter, or a massive wall to pass, or an unstoppable army of demons and fiends for how people have always talked about this area. Yet, Jem and Rhea, you two know all too well what the Gods' Fall wastes are like. Your passage into the wastes is marked by little more than the disappearance of life. Trees turn to bushes and eventually vanish altogether. Grass fades into dirt and eventually takes on an ashen appearance. The road here is the only thing that seems particularly well constructed. What better way to move troops, after all? It was already kind of a bleak day when you set out, but here the land seems to magnify it. No sun shines through, although it isn't dark. The clouds are gray and lifeless, and you can't help but suspect this place has not seen the sun in a very long time. It's about an hour after you've entered into the Gods' Fall Waste on your way north that Annalise seems to be struggling a lot. Like, she seemed more like herself today, but here she's starting to slow her pace and seems winded. And she does take a point of exhaustion so far from life and nature.
If Jem notices that, he will. Can I make a roll to help her along, carry her if necessary?
Sure. Athletics. Yeah.
Pow! 17.
17. So she's taken a point of exhaustion, but it doesn't slow your pace as you are able to kind of, in bursts, she's able to keep moving at normal speed, and then sometimes she just needs to lean on you a little bit as you make your way along. You don't get the sense that her condition is worsening from what she's been dealing with lately, but here in this place, so far from nature and so far from life now, perhaps the Fae don't react well to it. It is a 2-day trip to the outskirts of Mortis Sylvana, so you will have to set up camp for the night. How would you like to tackle that?
It's just barren, flat terrain?
No. It was in older times. Actually, Jem, even when you left, it had already begun to form into dunes. The ashen terrain has begun to pile up from the frequent windstorms that pass through here. So, no, I would not call this area flat by any stretch of the imagination.
What do you mean by
somewhere if there's a U in the dunes to set up camp to where we're mostly protected?
Yeah, if somebody else has a higher perception, I will aid them in trying to see if we can't find a dip in the terrain that would at least help provide some cover from.
I got good perception.
All right.
Passing scouts that would see us.
Sure. How about we have Sarah and Miriani? You can both give me a perception check, and I'll lower the DC for Jem helping you.
Sounds good to me. Well, my roll was terrible.
8 total.
God damn it.
That is a 14.
Listen, we're not from around here, okay?
Well, I'll say 14 actually meets it with a lower DC, so that is enough. Sarah, you're able to eventually spot something. It's a good ways off the beaten path, which is probably good news since the armies tend to march along the beaten path. But you are able to find a dune that has kind of a strange U-shaped crevice to it, which is interesting because, well, that's not how a dune should form. It is weird that the winds would blow it into that shape. But you do find it, and you're able to make your way over and set up a campsite there for the night. Jem, make a wisdom or intelligence check.
Do Do I want a -1 or a +1?
I would probably take the +1.
All right, 8.
Okay. Very well.
No advantage since I'm familiar with this scenario.
This is more. Actually, Rhea, I would have you make the same check. Intelligence or wisdom?
Oh boy. Wisdom.
All right.
Just flat check.
Yep, flat wisdom check. 18. Rhea, you have the thought that it would probably be for the best to not have a fire run here.
I don't think I need a rule for that, but okay.
I mean, it does get cold in the wastes at night, so your instinct would be to build a fire. That's
You
why.
cuddle.
It's true. You can do that. But yeah, Rhea, you know that a lot of Skala's armies do travel or do move by night, and they would spot a fire.
I'll mention that if someone starts trying to set one up. But...
Let's see. Unfortunately, there isn't anything... Well, there might be something beast-wise I could transform into, but that would only last for 4 hours at this point.
That's fine. You guys can set up your watches, though. We'll do a watch of 2 and a watch of 3.
Yeah.
Who wants to take first watch?
Gem will. With other gem.
I guess
Will
then
that
we'll have
count
2.
for the 2?
I guess then we'll have 2 watches of 3 if there's going to be 2 gems taking it.
Okay. I'll do that one then.
Because I have really shitty perception, but I have 2 gems, can my gem give me advantage at least?
I'd say he can give you a +2 flanking bonus. All right, so Miriani, you want to stay up with Gem?
Yeah.
All right, then Rhea, Sarah,
I'll
and
counter
Annalise will
his
take the
poor
other one.
perception. It's fine.
All right.
Excuse me, I got an 8, which isn't much better than you did earlier.
All right, Miriani, you can go ahead and make a perception check as well.
With +2? Because of the gem?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so 2 on top of my
Yep,
other.
add 2.
Okay, I literally can't get worse than you because that gives me a +8 total.
That's not... God damn it, that's not what I want to hear.
Callie, quick
That's
question.
a 19.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you have like an item card for that coat, or what kind
It's
of
just a
armor is
coat.
it?
It's just a coat.
It's just a
okay.
fancy coat.
It's aesthetic.
Just a transmog piece.
I was just curious because you said like the armor plates in it. So
Yeah, no, it's just meant to give you an idea of what it looks like and how it moves and bends. Actually, no. Add a
Did you
cloak
just
of
look at
protection
my
to your
AC?
Add a cloak of protection to your inventory. We'll call it that. All right, Miriani, with your 19, you are able to spot in the night as you're just kind of hanging around and trying to keep warm because it is cold. It does get cold here at night. As you kind of make your way up to the top of the dune to kind of peer out in the distance, not only can you see far in the distance Mortis Sylvana, the higher parts of it anyway, the tower, approaching, although not directly at you, but along the road that you had left, there is a band of what look like probably maybe tieflings, Uruk, and humans probably that are marching along. They have torches up, so that's how you can see them, the lights. But yeah, they're marching south, which means they're probably coming from Mortis Sylvana.
Okay. I will inform Gem and like do a quick look over, make sure we're not like
It
we
Doesn't
didn't light the
seem like they
fire.
should see you as long as they don't decide to just branch off and search around. But they seem to be marching with purpose, so
Still, just Just a quick sort of like, hey, heads up, keep low.
Yep.
That sort of thing.
Yep. As long as you don't do anything to alert them, it takes probably about 30 minutes before they've kind of marched past and are continuing on their way. They have kind of broken off a little bit to the west now, and it looks like they're not actually going to the village of Ardrea. It looks like they're actually going to go west and then catch the main road back north up towards Mountain's End. Probably to meet up with a host of some kind.
Okay.
But otherwise, your watch will pass uneventfully unless you want to talk to each other.
So, I'll just sort of look between both of them. How does that work?
They both say what at the same time.
Like that?
Oh.
Are you both at the same time?
Are we both what?
Like your senses.
Oh no. I can go into him if I wanted to. But then I can't see or hear. But I can also command him telepathically. The other one goes, command is a strong word. I command him.
So,
But I've just always been able to do it since I was created.
and she'll start sort of rocking back and forth with a thoughtful look on her face. So, do you ever wonder who's the real you?
Yeah, for the longest time, I had hoped that it was me, that I was the real me, so that there's a lot of me that are monsters, as you've seen. I like to think that the first me wasn't, and just the more that they split him and just made more of him, that, you know, being created and growing up, learning in Mortis Sylvana make anyone go crazy, I guess. So, I mean, it's not a surprise, but I had always tried to hold on to the idea that maybe I was the original one, so I didn't have to be like the rest of them. But that isn't how it turned out, so he's probably dead.
That's kind of sad.
There's a lot in this world that's kind of sad. Like, name the last thing that we saw that was kind of not sad.
There was that whole party last night.
Why were they celebrating?
Because we did the good thing, and we took a step towards freeing everyone.
Celebrating because all the people that are normally there oppressing them left for now.
Yeah.
That is a really... Like, yeah, it's a happy thing in comparison, but hey, our oppressors left for a day, let's celebrate, just seems like a really sad thing to be celebrating.
Yeah, but we're working on making sure they don't come back.
It's a nice thing to think about. But technically, what we did in Stone's Throw was a victory. We did what we were supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
Do you think Stone's Throw is celebrating? No, they're burying. No, they're burning people because burying takes too long.
Yeah. But they'll celebrate eventually when they get the chance.
Maybe. They also
You gotta
worship
take those chances when you can. And she'll summon both her mage hands and start like playing the yarn game thing, the what cat's cradle.
You mean cat's paw?
Ah.
Ah.
Finger guns. Gem finger guns into the camera.
Jesus. So, your watch otherwise passes uneventfully, and when it comes time, you wake up Rhea and Sarah and Annalise, who gives a big ol' yawn as she sits up and stretches out. I need all three of us to make a perception check. She got
Let's
14.
Oh, 23.
Hey. All right. The watch is yours. It's a quiet watch then.
I had something I wanted Rhea to ask someone about, but it's gone.
Ah, yes. Got that
I
sex
forgot
brain
I was
going on.
muted. Sorry about that. I was asking Annalise how she was holding up.
Annalise, she kind of grimaces. I'm okay. I'm tired. This place is draining, I think is the word. It's, my people are people of nature, and very little lives here.
I can understand the feeling at a certain level.
We are both servants of flora and fauna. This is certainly not our domain.
No, it is not, but honestly, you're gonna be more out of place than I.
Well, I don't know what all this means. I was sent to go start a riot in Stone's Throw, and we did, and now we're invading Mortis Sylvana. That's insane.
It's insane, but it's probably the best shot anybody has ever had since this place went up.
To do some real damage, perhaps.
Take out this thing that was created.
There are normally a great number of armies that surround Mortis Sylvana, though I would be willing to bet most of them are not there right now.
Exactly. So a small team going in, being able to sneak around that place with a guide who knows his way around, and causing some havoc.
Yeah.
I'm all for it, even if we don't come out alive.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm better at causing havoc than sneaking.
I mean, fair. In the
weapons.
moment we're found out, we're gonna cause havoc all over the place anyway.
Yeah, me too. I'm a paladin. I'm not great at sneaking around.
Also fair. Yeah, it might be less sneaking in, more just going in and causing havoc.
Well,
Going in guns blazing?
we would do well to sneak into the facility. We outside there are, as I say, while I'm sure many of her armies are on the move up to Mountain's End, I'm willing to bet there's at least a few that are still hanging out here.
I would have
hear,
no doubt.
Provost Faybane says, I could always just try walking us in the front door.
That's not a bad idea.
It's not.
It's actually me, Gem. I'm not actually dead.
I-
He died.
We get that.
That's not a terrible
but
idea,
honestly,
actually.
at this point,
He goes back to sleep now.
I mean, we'd have to hope that she hasn't informed them that he's dead.
We may have
Well-
beaten them up here. We left ahead of her. She was heading up towards Mountain's End.
it might not have been of her concern
Yeah.
to notify anybody that he was dead.
She
Walk
didn't
in
kill
the
him.
front door with the provost. Wouldn't see it coming.
Well, it can't hurt to try.
Well, if it backfires, it can.
Oh, we'll be dead before we feel any pain, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think we could cause more pain to them that they'll cause to us before they kill us.
All right.
Take
Well,
as many
then,
as we can.
all right. Then that'll be our pledge, our oath to this. We take as many down with us as we can.
Absolutely.
I can live with that.
All right.
We've gone far beyond any success that we have. Let's go down blazing.
That said, I really don't want a demon to have my soul. Now that I'm thinking about it more. Maybe not dying's a good
Yes.
idea.
Well, the idea is to not die, but in worst case, we go out taking so many with us, even your demon would be proud of you.
And so, your watch passes. The morning comes around again. It's another dreary day as you get the sense they all must be in this place. Jem, you know that they all really pretty much are. If someone's in the chat and wants to give our new person a cliff notes of what's actually going on right now, that would be outstanding.
Yep.
So you all pack up. Not a
Shit's
whole lot to
fucked, we're
pack.
trying to fix it.
Yeah, it's a very TLDR. And you begin to make your way north once again towards Mortis Sylvana. Which means I need this song. In the distance, the grand tower of Mortis Sylvana looms. It rises up out of the land like a cancerous growth hanging off the surface of the world. Jem, the sight is very familiar to you. Even Rhea, you've probably seen it once or twice. The massive spire of Mortis Sylvana is built into the husk of a charred tree. Decades ago, it was said the magic of the tree protected the God's Grasp forest from Skala's legions. Yet when the traders of Syl surrendered Mitra Sylvana, they did so by poisoning the great tree, which began to rot from the inside out. When Skala set it aflame, the tree burned out in the middle, and Skala built the remains of it into Mortis Sylvana, hence the name. Much of the former canopy has been carved away, giving it more of a tower appearance than a tree, yet the trunk of it still very much forms the basis, and surrounding the tower are the numerous encampments of Skala's legions. Not the fiendish ones, mind you. They would be found in Uld Skala, but many of the still mortal parts of Skala's army makes its base near Mortis Sylvana, and entry will not be easy. That said, indeed, Jem and Rhea, in your visits here, you've seen the massive encampments around Mortis Sylvana. A lot of it is missing. A great deal of her armies have shifted out, and you can also see a lot of spots of moved earth recently, which probably means her worms have been through to bring larger armies further distances. How would you like to approach Mortis Sylvana?
Straight up like we own the place. And,
I was gonna say, I
Sabine
would
is
defer-
going to turn into Provost Fabane.
Should we
Okay.
at least look
When-
shackled? Prison?
When
something?
he turns into Provost Fabane, how far away are we from the place? Are we at least about 4 hours out?
You're probably, from the ridge that you're on, you're probably about an hour's walk to the ends of the encampments.
You know what might have actually helped here, Rhea, is if you had a coat, they made it look like you were still in the army.
Literally just thought of that.
No, to be clear, no one would look at her coat and think she's an active officer.
Well,
Fair enough.
That thing was a piece of garbage.
I will turn into a
be
tiny
fair-
little fly and basically sit right, just go down in, right on his shoulder, and I'm just gonna sit there.
Interesting. Makes
Miriani,
sense.
can you make yourself
Yes.
like look like someone else? Do you have any illusion disguise self.
I
and
have.
get
I don't think I
themselves-
have disguise. I do have minor illusion.
My
I'm
only
just double
concern-
checking.
Yeah, my only concern is that it is a little. No, I suppose Rhea, even if she's not in garbs, could still pass as someone who's like working for
Oh, as a-
Faebane.
Oh, as a
Rhea doesn't
tiefling?
have horns anymore.
As a tiefling, you could rely on some good old racism and profiling. Yeah.
Perfect. All right, so here's what I think we should do. Sarah's hiding on my shoulder. We put some ropes on Miriani, so she looks like she's captured. And I am interested in learning more about one of the quote-unquote heroes that slayed the first. What was Iris called?
A Wraith
Blood
of Sil.
Yeah. Interested in learning more
Yeah.
about one of the beings that was the first to kill a Wraith of Sil, and we need to take her up to my laboratory.
I see.
Because it would look
Yeah,
weird.
no.
It would look weird if Faebane was bringing in 2 prisoners by himself.
I think you're right. That would look a little strange. You would at least have your personal guard of some kind
Yep.
with you. That makes sense.
And me being a fly on the shoulder reduces the amount of bodies by 1.
Mhm.
So it's
So
going to be
me
the
and
two
Robbie
of
are on
you.
the same wavelength.
So it's going to be Jem and Rhea taking Miriani and Annalise in.
Yep.
Okay.
Forgot about Annalise.
So you're able to make some makeshift bindings out of rope for Miriani and Annalise. You also have Annalise take her armor off, as you would not escort her armored.
Shoving in the bag of holding.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, Rhea will carry like her sword and shield on her back.
Yep, makes sense.
Which
gonna
one of
say,
us has the
it-
bag of holding?
It requires somatic, so I can't, and it only lasts for a minute, so I can't like continuously redo
Yeah,
that.
no,
Oh,
that's
these are
fine.
proper
Mhm.
bandings.
I
Unfortunately,
feel like Faebane probably is the one that makes the most sense to have a magic item like that.
Fair enough.
Makes sense.
So I imagine kind of
So
like what?
Faebane will be
Holding
or
the bag of holding.
Faebane will be holding
Oh.
the bag of holding,
Sure.
as it were,
he's holding.
because I might not be around for ready access.
Let's have. Well, we'll have you all approach. So it takes about an hour, as I say, as you now make your way back out onto the main road and march up it like you own the place, as you say. Give me a Gem and Rhea. Give me performance checks with advantage.
Be good, guys.
18.
Nice.
Also 18.
Nice.
Those are good.
It is
I'd prefer deception going forward. I'm actually proficient in that.
deception. I'm sorry, deception would have been fine as well. But as you are making your way along, it's
Making our way.
probably only 20 minutes before you see another small host of troops moving through. They're marching side by side in 2 long rows. As they start to approach you, out in front, about 20 feet out in front of the rest of the column, there are the captains. Rhea, you would recognize this as a standard marching order for Skala's armies. The captain approaches and sees the provost, and who he presumes is one of the provost's personal guard, and gives a salute, and then continues to march onward. Doesn't seem to say anything to you.
Keeps going.
You make your
Scowl
way.
at them, though.
Huh?
I do
You
scowl
scowl?
at them. Yeah.
They seem to think that that's about right. And I mean, you would know the provost quite well. You spent a lot of time in his company. You make your way towards the outer edges of the encampments. There isn't, to say, a wall here around the tower. No one would ever think to assault Mortis Sylvana. What a foolish move that would be.
Yeah, what a bunch of dummies.
We're
So,
just a bunch of dumbasses.
there's not really an outer wall here. There are some like wooden barricades that have been built with like basically a fence that have pikes across the front of them pointing out. You wouldn't want to charge into that. Like you couldn't charge in on cavalry. You'd have to funnel into the center. And so as you start to approach, it's not very long at all before you aren't stopped, but a few guards from the various posts as you move along start marching with you. Again, Rhea, you would recognize this would be proper, that they would escort you up towards the front.
I'm going to call over one of who's ever escorting us, whoever looks the most sort of senior or in charge.
Yeah, there's a human man who seems to be. He was at one of the guard outposts that you passed by. He's a man relatively young, as is common of Skala's armies. Those who see many summers don't often survive. But he glances at you and does not make eye contact with you. Perhaps the reason he has lived so long.
I need you to go forward, rush ahead, and get one of my laboratories ready.
Yes, sir. I would need your permission to ascend.
Is that not what I just gave you?
Of course, sir. Of course. And go ahead and make a deception check for me.
21.
He nods and glances over. Lieutenant, with me. And they both hurry off on ahead.
I'm going to look to someone else. When we get there, you take him out back and kill him.
The young man looks at you and nods. Sir, yes, sir.
We don't put up with idiocy in this institution.
We're going to do a quick pronoun check for everyone in the game. Go ahead and drop those in.
He, him.
She, her. I would type it in chat, but it says I have to log in, so I won't.
Oh, you're dealing with all that still?
I hate
Oh,
this. I hate it so
God,
much.
That's terrible.
I know. It's a pain.
Garbo.
All right, so you approach the front gates of Mortis Sylvana. It's more of just an archway, really. Gem 16, I apologize. You remember years ago walking under these arches as you left and thinking that you couldn't believe how big the world was. That you could see so far from these arches, and what you had known as the entirety of your existence for so long suddenly seemed so small. And now you are re-entering it.
Coming home.
Yeah. So, I said entry will not be easy, and I was wrong.
We walked in with the fucking keys.
I mean, I knew giving 16 the ability to transform and shape change was going to be a mistake, but it was fine. I love it.
Now we're just...
Let us do our cool things.
Now we're in the snake pit, though, so...
You are. So,
Yeah, and we are the snake.
damn.
That would be more mongoose, but maybe. We'll see.
We're the Mongoose King, and we're here to
Ooh,
have a
that is
dance
an
off.
That's an idea, maybe. For another time.
16, you know a decent bit about the internal layout of Mortis Sylvana. Not a ton. You've actually only walked through most of it once. Your existence was only on the 9th floor of Mortis Sylvana, but you did walk through it on your escape, and you can, well, actually make a history check for me.
Oh, you know what I wish I had right now?
What?
Inspo.
Inspo?
Hey, if I promise to give Roz adamantium armor, you want to give me some of your inspos?
Sure.
No. Okay. I don't know what my history is, but an 18's not a bad roll.
That's a great roll.
19.
19. All right. So, you did escape from here, like I say, and you can remember the basic layout of the place.
I mean, if I can at least get to the 9th floor.
Well, the layout of this place is kind of focused around the north elevator. There's a platform that rises and lowers and can take people up and down. That you remember coming down it to get out of here when you were escaping. The first floor, you remember specifically the 9th floor. You know your way around there quite well. You also remember, I'll say for your 19, you can also remember that on rare occasions, one of your siblings sometimes, it was very rare, but they would be taken up to the 12th floor. They would never talk about what they saw, but you know that area was strictly off limits. So there might be something to the 12th floor as well. As you all enter the facility, you can see off to your right, there is a heavy door with writing on it in Tiefling. Anyone who speaks Tiefling/Infernal knows that it reads records. To your left, there is an open entrance to a room that has a couple of benches and counters for preparing food. And straight ahead, you can see a large statue of Skala herself leading 10 hooded figures. Behind the statue, there's a hallway leading left and one heading off to the right. 16, I'll say that you remember that it is the path to the left behind the statue that would lead you towards the elevator.
Yep. Is it also fair to like we're still being escorted, right?
No, those two guards you threatened and they ran off on ahead.
Oh, so there's only a few of them? I thought there was more people following us. All right, fair enough.
The inside of Morta Sylvana, unlike the outside, is actually not particularly crowded. There are a few people, like in the common area off to the left, you can see some people milling about, but it's not particularly busy in here, which would be consistent with what you would remember.
Sure.
This is Scala's head of R&D, and it is top secret.
All right, yeah, head towards the elevator then.
All right. You make your way over to this elevator,
No way.
and you have to pass through this kind of long hallway that curves a little bit to the right. And as you come out into the room with the elevator in it, it is much how you remember it. It is a stone circle that it doesn't have any like bars or railings around it, but it is a stone circle that is carved on the floor, and there is a rune in it that glows. You can tell it was recently used because that rune tends to dim when it hasn't been used in some time, but it's currently glowing brightly, which would make sense if he went up to go prepare your laboratory.
Okay, we step on it.
Okay. You all step on.
Remember how to go up?
Yeah.
Stomp on the rune.
You... I feel like you would have to have known how to make it go down, so you probably would know. You do. As in front of the rune, at the top of it, there is a kind of a straight line in this arcane ether, and as you move across it, you trace your foot along the right of it, and it begins to rise up. What floor are you taking it to?
Okay, let's just go right to the 12th floor.
12th floor? Okay. Alrighty then. Well.
Oh, that seems not cool.
Hey, we're here
We're in
to kill
danger.
some powerful clone. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, we're
know
just
what?
gonna go
We'll
right
head
for
to
the
the
throat.
head right to the vat.
That's fair. Let me switch us over.
Callie's like, all right, let me just throw out floors
Oh
1 through 10
boy,
really
here
quick.
we go, folks.
Created my first dungeon crawl, and they're just gonna jump to the end. Joke's on us. The clone is on the 1st floor.
Yeah.
We gotta fight our way down.
I even gave you guys a record room to go check. You guys are fine.
We can go
I
check.
We were
mean,
too
to
busy
be
going,
honest-
don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
We're-
Don't be suspicious.
Here's the thing. I've had many dungeon crawls go where we've walked in like we own the place, and we've had to fight out. So
Well,
I
yeah.
am fully expecting shit to go
There's
sideways
a
very
second
quickly.
shadow a shadow provost behind me, also going, "Don't be suspicious." Don't be suspicious."
All right, so
yeah.
you all arrive as the platform reaches the 12th floor. You are able to step forward, and it's a small hallway that eventually opens up into a room. This room, there is a man standing in front of you. He seems to be filling out a logbook that is there. You don't recognize him. Jem, make a history check.
Oh, don't fail me, dice. Yeah. Oh, you motherfucking failed me. 3.
Yeah, you don't recognize him.
Wait, can I use Indomitable on checks?
I don't think so.
I think it's only saves.
It makes sense that it would only be saves. Yeah, saving throw, you fail.
So, what you see in this room, outside of this man is in his 40s probably at this point. He has slightly graying hair on the sides of his head, and the rest of it is neatly kept. He wears a nice button-down suit with a lab coat over it. You also can see... What?
Detect thoughts. I want to get his surface thoughts before he notices us.
Great. I'm just going to finish describing the room, and then I'll let you detect thoughts. He is sitting at a desk directly in front of you as you all enter. Behind him, there is a statue of a snake. Well, kind of a snake. The top half of it isn't. The top half of it is a woman with 6 arms. So that's a lot. On either side of you, there is a large stone obelisk with fire coming out of it. And standing near them each, a unusual sight, a dragonborn, a scarlet dragonborn specifically.
Suspicious as hell.
Indeed. So you wanted to detect thoughts on him?
Yep, just surface thoughts so he doesn't, realize I'm poking into his brain.
Yeah. Okay. His surface thoughts, he's annoyed, I would say. He's not supposed to be here right now. He was supposed to have been sent home a while ago, and he is pissed off that he's here.
Okay. Then I'm going to motion for Rhea to just kind of stay there with the prisoners for a second, and then I'm going to go up and...
He glances up from his work. Who on... Oh.
What are you doing here still?
Your job, sir.
Then you are no longer needed.
I see. And he seems to look at you, glancing back at the other two.
Ah, yes.
3.
Your...
2 of the heroes that defeated one of the Wraiths of Syl. I'm going to find out what makes them tick.
Trying to look abashed and afraid. Look at ground and such.
He stands up and actually walks over towards Annalise. And seems he takes her hair in his hand and examines it. This one is Faye.
Indeed.
Well, all Faye are my purview at the moment, so I'll be taking this one.
Not today.
That is not your call to make.
What's my name?
Provost Faybane.
Faye Bane.
Indeed.
And while all Faye may fall under your purview, I was the one who created the perfect weapon. And as these are the only 2 that have ever defeated a Wraith of Syl, I need to make sure that it holds up. So whatever's left of her when I'm finished, you can have.
He goes over towards the desk. We'll see about that. And reaches in to pull out a sending stone.
Service thoughts, who's he contacting?
He's getting ready to contact Skala.
In the
I'm going
time.
to try and intimidate him really quickly.
In the meantime,
our
I'm
viewer
going to-
says this is like a tennis match, but interesting.
I'm gonna fly off his back
Mm-hmm.
and see if I can go around to the back of the guy he's discussing with.
So you're gonna move up to like here.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna be on the guy's back, not on his
Yep.
shoulder or anything, just on his back.
So, as he's like taking it out, I'm going to ask. So, who was it that you have under you? Have you had to get a new assistant recently? I'm just wondering who's going to be replacing you. After all, Scala has been, well, after Stone's Throw and having to go up to put down that rebellion, I'm sure that hearing from you in a time like this, wanting to have her call in to make sure that you get your toys, I'm sure is right at the top of the list of things that she'd love to hear about today.
He seems to think about that for a moment. That's interesting, because I would think that the thing she would like to hear about the most is why the person she went to Stone's Throat to kill is standing in front of me right now. And we
I
can
did
all roll
what
for
you-
initiative.
I can keep
moment.
arguing. I have reasons.
So, do I get a surprise round, Callie?
We will be doing a first attack round, and we will be using surprise rules.
Good. You know exactly what I'm up to then.
All right, so everyone, let me go put the initiative marker up on the board. Boom. There we go.
Get all these books out of my dice tray.
19.
Way to go, guys. Let's see,
Oof,
so-
that's not great for you.
They have a 21.
Callie, do we get the surprise round, or do they?
The people who are surprised will be inflicted with the surprised status, and I'll let you know as we go through.
Okay, I'm just going to.
Annalise needs to get.
Ah, no, that's not what it.
I
That's
rolled
not
3
what
nines.
I actually wanted to click. That's what I wanted to click.
All right.
So none of us can be surprised.
Bingo.
The dagger of warning, the magic.
The magic pager.
Condition you and
as
your
I like to
companions can
call
30
it.
Can't be surprised. Yep. All right. Well, none of y'all are gonna be surprised.
That's pretty surprising.
I chose wisely back in the magic shop on a different continent somehow.
You did. Oops, I added 2 readers.
That was a wonderful
Nine,
move because yes, that
16.
does happen.
And Annalise is on there. All right. Go ahead and add your. And Sarah. Go ahead and add your initiatives in.
I got my one out of the way because that's how probability works.
It did not carry
That's
over.
right.
Well, that
That's right.
sucks.
Your next roll is less likely to be a 1 now.
That's not how probability works.
We'll see. We'll see when she rolls if it's a 1 or not.
I love that fucking meme. Jesse, that's not how probability works.
Oh, not that one. I want this one.
Also, the bag of holding is on me, so Annalise can just reach in there and pull out whatever she needs to.
Really? You're gonna do
Rummage
this now,
around
dude?
in Jen.
Ah.
No, bag of holding, you just picture what you want, and that's what comes out. You ain't even got to rummage.
All right. So, put everybody in order here. Descending. All right. Well, the Dragonborn are up first, and they are inflicted with the surprise status, so they can take no actions or bonus actions or move. So there.
You have Shadow Gem over here as well.
I have Shadow Gem on this map. Yeah.
Cool.
Shadow 16, I should say. Put them right there for you.
Shadow 16.
You can move him as you need him. Sarah, you are up.
All right, so the order of operations here. Free action, drop out of fly form, appear right behind this fucktard right here. Sword, right through. If he is surprised, this will be an automatic critical.
Yep.
So I am going to roll my attack. I believe it is with advantage if he is surprised. Is he surprised?
He is not. No, he was getting ready to attack.
Damn. Alright, so he is not caught off guard by this. So I might be burning
I feel
some
you
luck
could argue for
points.
you at least getting advantage on him because
I would give
he
you
didn't know
advantage
she
on the
was
attack. I
there.
just don't give you a free crit.
That is fine by me. I am just
Don't
trying to
worry
figure
about
out-
it, man.
There
You're
it is.
fine.
There's the advantage. Ah, one off.
29.
Ah,
That will hit.
that will certainly hit. And I am very much. I forgot to declare this. I am very. You know what? No, I didn't say it. I will just claim it. This will just be normal ass damage. But okay.
Alrighty.
Not ass damage.
Ass damage.
Well,
Well,
his ass is
listen,
about to
we all-
I
hurt,
mean,
so yeah.
to be fair, he is normally sized,
Yeah.
and this is
Yeah.
a halfling.
Yeah, you are going to stab him in the ass.
Just wait for that critical ass damage.
So
That's what
that'll
happened to
be
Jem
8
last night.
damage
Yeah,
on
but you
him
beat me
with
to it.
with the surprise attack,
Uh-huh.
and then yeah, giant scorpion.
Your turn to a giant scorpion? All right.
Oh yeah,
What?
bonus action giant scorpion. That'll be my turn, and I gotta go to the bathroom really quick. I'll be right.
Great.
I'd also just like to point out that no, you have to be gentle with Shadow Gem. They only have 1 HP.
I was gonna say, yeah.
No, that was what was done to you by Shadow Gem.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
16 is the giver, thank you.
Oh, okay.
16,
So-
16 is the top.
He does like to be Little Spoon though. All right.
Man, I wish I could be a little
my turn?
spoon.
It is your turn, 16.
All right. Well, since we have some surprised people, I kind of want to take advantage of possibly free crits. So Shadow Gem is going to appear here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Shadow Faebane. And then I'm going to take out Echo and activate the Morning Star mode. Oh, you could have made it out of this alive, person I don't remember. And I'm going to swing at his head. Is it just a +2, or because Annalise is there, is it a +4 as well?
You're attacking the cultist?
No, well, gonna start with this.
Oh,
dude here.
him. It's +2.
Okay. That is a 25
Yeah, that'll hit.
for 12 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. 12 bludgeoning damage it is.
And then I'm going to use Unleash Incarnation so that Shadow 16 can attack the cultist.
Okay. Sorry, can you give me that damage total again, was it?
11.
11, thank you.
And that is going to be 29. No. Yeah, 29.
To hit? Yeah, that'll hit.
And so because it's a surprise, it's a crit.
It's a crit. Yep, because they're surprised. No, actually, they're not. They ended their turn, so they're not surprised anymore.
Oh, shit. All right, well, that's going to be 13 slashing damage to the cultist.
13, all right.
And then I'm going to use my second attack on this fucking nerd in front of us. 27.
Yep, that'll hit.
And that's only 10 slashing damage.
Okay. He's not looking super great. He is a researcher. He's a strong researcher, but he's a researcher. Rhea, it is your turn.
What kind of action would it be for me to drop Annalise her weapons?
Bonus.
I need to double check if something's a bonus action. Oh, okay, that's just part of my attacks. Alright, so I'll use my bonus action to toss her those.
Mm-hmm.
And then drop
You
Vengeance.
toss them at her, and her still bound hands like can't get up all the way, and the shield just bangs off her head. She's like, "Ow."
Well,
Well, I assumed we had tied it so
that
they could just
tight.
come apart.
Yeah.
Okay,
They look fine, but they're not actually.
I see.
They're not actually like latched.
Yeah.
That said, Rhea probably wasn't the one to actually tie them, so...
No, we summoned until we got a shadow gem that was into Shibari,
Oh God.
and he was able to do a really, really good knot to where like it looks
It's
like it's tight,
Jiraku's
but,
favorite
you know.
word.
Yeah. All right, Rhea, do it up.
Okay,
Who you shooting?
so... This guy, the Sending Stone, I don't want him to get to talk to Scala.
That's fair. That one misses.
That's a miss. I don't know if we're using misfire rule or not, but that's a
Gonna
misfire.
inspo that.
I would.
Yeah, I would certainly do that when you're rolling a 13 on
How's
a
a
nat
26?
A 26 will hit. Yes.
I'd like to drop my... Oh shit, I had to do that before I attacked. Never
Yes.
mind. I'll do that before the next attack.
I always forget to use that as well.
Fuck you, dice. Alright.
Damn.
Well, Retribution.
31 to hit.
31 to hit.
that'll
the
hit.
19s suck today.
And I again forgot to say the thing. Oh my god.
To be fair, how many different characters do you play?
Oh,
He's not doing good. This man is a doctor and a professor, and he has been stabbed a bunch. Or no, he's been hit with a mace a couple times and shot twice now.
And a sword in the back?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I
And stabbed
am
in the
going
back, yeah.
to... If I hit with both of them, I can cast Hex as a bonus action without... Oh, as a bonus... God damn it. Never mind.
At all?
Well, bonus action was tossing her the weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like having Gem in front of me. I don't like getting stabbed.
That's reasonable. All right, it is the professor's turn. Whew. Oh boy. Well then, yeah, that is a shame.
So
Okay, what? I'm sorry.
no, never mind.
All right. Well, he's gonna cast Cone of Cold on everybody in front of him.
Not if I use a reaction to stunning strike him.
You're right. If you could do that, that would be a problem.
Okay, we're on the same page then.
We are. Each creature in a 6-foot cone must make a con save. So I need Annalise, 16, Rhea, and Miriani to make a con save.
Question.
Ooh, I'm good at that.
Yes.
30-20.
Never mind.
20. Also.
I was going to say, if I take full damage, could I prevent it from hitting the people behind me?
No.
Okay. Ha-ha! 27.
DC is 16. So if you rolled less than a 16, that is 46 points of cold damage. 16 and up, 23 points of cold damage. Oh, I probably should roll for Annalise, who has a great
Shield
con
Master
save.
Evasion. If an effect allows half damage on success, you can use your reaction to take no damage.
Very nice. God damn it, Annalise. Oh, and yeah, sorry. Does anyone else fail, just so I know, Rhea or Miriani?
No, I had a dirty 20.
Not also same.
She's got a +4, a +4. So it's 12.
Oh, right, we do get a bonus from being in her aura,
Yeah.
don't we?
Yeah, for being in her aura. you
Okay,
get
so
+4.
24. Not that it matters.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, fuck, she fails. She rolled a 4.
You could use a DM inspiration
You
To
could
help you
use
guys?
a DM
No, I'm-
inspiration. No,
no,
to
I'm
help
good.
Annalise.
to help
You
keep the
j- you
story on
jerk.
track, obviously.
Uh-huh. She's going to take 46 points of cold damage. Nope. She's not going to go down to 46. She's going to take 46.
I'd like to Hellish Rebuke.
Well, I suppose that is fair.
I remembered it this time.
Thank you.
All right, Hellish
that
Rebuke
big
Where
away.
the hell is it? Why can't I find it on D&D Beyond?
And you do it as a second level spell, if I recall. So I need to make a dexterity saving throw. What's your spell save?
Constitution. I'm trying to find it, and I'm not sure where
Can
it
I
is.
assume
off
it's
the top of my
higher
head.
than 10?
Yes, it's at 17. There we
Great.
go.
So he's going to take full damage, which is 3d10.
Why can I not find Hellish Rebuke on this sheet? Okay. Sorry, that's 3d10, right? I'll just roll it here because I can't find it on. So 17.
Better than half.
Damn it, I still can't type in chat. I was going to say last night's session made a couple people cry on stream, and I felt real good about it.
Yeah, fuck you.
I know, I
Making people cry. Wait,
I
Was
did.
it a good cry or a bad cry?
It was a good cry.
I would say it was a good cry.
Okay.
It was, and I got Mal very emotional.
Yeah, Mal had bitch, so.
Yep, that was good. All right.
Mal, can we get a new password, please? Bitch isn't a great password.
All right. Well, that hurt a lot. He is hanging on by the skin of his teeth. He's not doing great. Annalise is gonna shake off that cone of cold and like brush some icicles out of her hair and glare. She's had a bad few days. She's not happy with anything that she's been going through for the last couple days. And she is going to march on over here. And she doesn't even have to march. She can just stab from where she is.
And get +2 because he's being flanked.
God fucking damn it, Annalise. All right, she's going to attack again.
Did you give her +2?
She rolled a nat 1 on her first one. But she rolled a 19 on her second attack.
That'll do.
And she's going to use a 3rd level spell slot because she is very mad.
She don't waste on this guy who's already close to dying.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
We're in the first fucking room.
That's
And he's a
true.
researcher.
That's true. You're not wrong.
She's got two Dragonborn cultists to just absolutely wail on here shortly.
So she's going to do 12 damage, and this person is indeed going to die. Also, she actually doesn't do 12 damage. She does 12 plus 1d8 radiant damage. She does 14 damage, which also kills that person. As when she takes a swing, even though she didn't divine smite, some divine energy radiates off her sword and slashes through.
As he dies, I would like to whisper to him, "Do not despair. You will not be without allies for long."
Whoa. Okay. Well, he's very dead. Miriani, it's your turn.
Damn, Gem.
Rhea, I saw you smiling.
Okay.
Do you know what that's from? That's a quote from someone. Mal might be able to tell you.
Yeah, I feel like I do, but I can't place it right now.
It's Harshafant.
Oh, yeah, I was
Oh, the
thinking
trigger.
in that specific context.
From
That's a
Ultimate,
trigger.
From Ultimate Thule.
So that goes on the counter, I'm pretty sure.
What counter? There's a counter? What's the counter for?
The counter that fucks over, I think, both Callie and I in Dreamscapes when that comes back.
Oh.
All right, Mariani, what you got
Don't
for
worry
me?
about it. I don't know because I was gonna do something and then I realized, oh yeah, we've got multiple things, so I'm scrambling to read.
No, all casters say that. Well, I had a plan, but then Paladin did this, or Fighter did this, or Rogue
No.
did this.
Listen, I have
No.
definitely said that.
It wasn't that. It was out of character stuff being reminded. Oh yeah, this is room 1. I should maybe not blow all my biggest spells here.
Because I almost did that too. I almost did multiple release incarnations and my action surge, and I'm like, no, we have a big clone dangerous thing apparently that we might have to fight. So
Well,
There's
I feel
a
like
reason
Action Surge is a good name for what we're about to do, which is we're gonna haste Sarah and Annalise.
Okay.
Oh boy.
All right. Sarah and Annalise are.
Annalise
see
is gonna
them-
die in a turn.
She's fine-ish. Okay. That is their turn. It is the Dragonborn's turn. And seeing their boss run through and double murdered with some radiant energy on top, they
Double murdered.
they both reach down and take up a pouch and pull a sort of like red prismatic powder from it and throw it into the fire. And the fire erupts upwards. The only person in range to take the damage is Shadow 16. So he takes
It doesn't matter. He has 1
3 damage, so he's dead. But more importantly than that, as this happens, the mists kind of move over towards the statue where Sarah is resting.
Uh-oh.
And it begins to move, the rocks falling away from it.
Huh? That's not normal.
It is not. You all watch as the stone falls free and the creature beneath it comes into view as the Marilith
great, there-
appears.
Oh,
I
great,
don't
there
know
are two
what that
large
is,
things
but
in
I
this
don't
room.
like it.
Yeah, by the way, Sarah's also at large at this point, so
And
this is
they
about to get
have
fucked.
Do they really not have a bonus to their initiative?
Take that.
A CR 16 enemy, you would think it has an initiative bonus.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What?
Let's fucking go.
All right, well, I know what I'm throwing at the second chances on Monday. You want to go there?
You want to play that
It's okay.
game?
I can help you out there, Robbie. We're
I
fine.
hear there's a Tarrasque running around Exandria.
I actually already know what I'm
Ouch.
throwing at him, and it was
Oh,
an
Jesus
idea.
Christ.
It was an idea from Kara.
Is that so? That's interesting. I'll remember that.
I'm suddenly very happy for certain items right now.
I
as
haven't
might
given
need
you an
them to
idea
hit.
in months.
I know it's an old one. I'm gonna send it right now.
All right. The Marilith is up. And it... the Dragonborn have to both spend their turn summoning it. It is going to make its 7 attacks.
7.
Yep.
Oh,
it's going to make
no.
3...
No, if that's a Marilith, yeah, they're fucking nasty as shit.
It's going to make 3 on Sarah, 3 on 16, and 1 on Annalise.
Target AC for Giant Scorpion is 15. I have a feeling she's going to hit every time.
Well, she has a +9 to her attack, so we'll see.
I have a feeling these Inspos are about
You know
to
what?
hit us.
Fuck these dice.
Oh, I remember that.
I love you,
discussion.
Aurora, but I can't see what the rolls are. and it's
Those are the
killing me.
ones. Yes, exactly.
Oh,
What about the one I had in there?
We're switching over to
You will
Rosalind's
have
dice.
to remind
We made a mistake not taking out those cultists right away.
I mean, if there were 2 of them, that probably wasn't gonna happen.
No, that's fine. We'll
All right.
we'll bring that back up next time you need something.
All right. So, Annalise, you have a 27 to hit you, a nat 20 to hit you, and an 11 to hit you.
Why are you
Oh, you
talking
mean
like you're
me?
not on Elise?
Sorry, I mean Sarah. I'm sorry.
So, what were those numbers again?
27, 29
That's-
as a nat 20, and 11.
Definitely hit. Miss.
Gem, you have a 25 to hit your AC, a 27 to hit your AC, and a 12 to hit your AC.
Last one misses.
And Annalise has a 13 to hit her AC, which hits because she doesn't have her armor on.
But she has her shield.
She does have her shield.
And does she have
Ew.
I gotta see what her
any
dex is.
dex?
Yeah,
You're right. I
that's
forgot
kind of
about the
important.
shield, so it might
Yeah.
miss. Let me see what Annalise is rocking in terms of dexterity.
Also, what's her fighting style? Because if it's defensive,
Oh, Her
we get a
dexterity.
+1 as well.
She uses the one that gives +2 damage. She has a +2 dex, so she is okay because it's 10 plus dex, right? When you're unarmored.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So she's actually good. It misses by 1. All right. So that's 2 hits on each of you and a crit on Sarah.
Yep.
So that is going to be
See, the
13 for the
scorpion
first
does.
hit and 26 for the second hit on Sarah. 13 for both hits on.
Does that include your extra AC from being hasted?
Ooh.
I presume so.
still-
Scorpion's
it's
AC
still-
is only 15.
It's gonna rip through me
Oh.
like a hot knife through butter.
Yeah, Annalise actually double didn't get hit because she has +2 AC from being hasted.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
Something.
so yeah, 39 total and 26 to Gem.
All right. Actually, 20 to
Yeah.
Gem because I reduce attacks by 3 damage.
Nice. That is true. And that is the Marilith's turn. Sarah, you are up.
Okay, I am going to try to rip this Marilith a new one before she pops me out of Scorpion. Basically. So,
Do it up.
multi-attack time, 2 with the claws and 1 with the stinger.
Nice.
The stinger
Go for
is
it.
the one that hurts like hell. All of these are +5 to hit, not +4 because of collar.
Yep, because you're collar. Yep.
And advantage. So, yay. Let's go. 23 to hit. Or 24.
23 hits. 24 hits. Yep.
Alright. DC 12, Constitution strength check. Or grapple. Can she be grappled?
DC 12 Constitution or Strength?
Strength saving throw for grapple.
Can be grappled. She has a +9 to her con save, or to her strength saves.
I have no doubt about it.
She is fine.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, so that is 10 bludgeoning damage for the first one.
Okay.
Second claw, 19 to hit.
That will hit.
9 bludgeoning damage, DC 12 again for the claw.
She is good. Can you
All right.
grapple a creature this size? I don't even know if you can.
I am a large beast right now, so
Oh,
yes,
fair enough.
I can.
All right.
Alright, Stinger. 17 to hit.
That misses. She is an 18 AC.
Damn it. I had a feeling. Alright. Next round of multi-attack.
Get to go again.
I'm hasted, bitch.
Oh, you're hasted. Although I don't think you get to multi-attack again.
It's just one
It's
more
just
attack.
one. But I think you probably pick which one you want. You probably do another
Yeah,
stinger
which
attack.
is going to be that Stinger.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
22 to hit.
That'll hit.
7 piercing damage. DC 12 Constitution saving throw, please.
She is immune to both poisoned and poison damage, I will tell you. If that
Never
matters.
mind. It matters because that is pure poison damage.
All right. So you try to poison the snake lady, and she cackles.
All right. Well,
I bet the
It-
cultists
it was
aren't immune to poison damage, though.
I
I
don't
would
believe
guess
they are.
not, but I don't think this form is lasting beyond this next turn.
Fair enough.
Because this thing only has 52 HP. She needs to hit once.
All right. 16, you're up.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's bonus action and put Shadow Gem back up here. Oh, I don't want to have to waste a bunch of my good moves here. Let's just start with an attack.
Okay.
23
Hits.
to hit. 4. Oop, that's not the right dice. 10 magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Does full damage then?
She hasn't taken any damage yet, has she?
She has.
Oh, she has. Okay.
I wouldn't say she's taken a lot of damage, but she has taken damage.
Sure. Second attack.
Mhm.
That's not gonna be very good. Set at 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Let's do a Unleash Incarnation.
Okay.
From Shadow 16. 19.
19 hits.
4. 14 magical bludgeoning damage.
Okie dokie.
And I think that's going to be it for me.
Alrighty.
I'll stay here.
Okie doke. Oh,
Oh my gosh!
Callie,
I
you
haven't
moron.
been adding my extra radiant damage from Echo because it doesn't like show up on the action
Oh, yep.
attack thing. So, if you don't mind, real quick,
Yeah, go ahead and add those on.
that's 8 radiant damage on this cultist, and then another 11 on the Merilith.
Okay, nice. I've been an idiot, so anyway, Rhea, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna bonus action Hexblade Curse this cultist.
Okay. He is
And
Hexblade's
then
cursed.
I'm going to drop both of my shots in on that one.
All right. Are you spending any hit die?
Yeah, I'll spend a D10 on the first one.
All right. Roll a d10. You can add it to your damage and take that much damage.
Clack, clack, motherfucker.
Oh.
Take 10 damage and add 10
Ooh.
damage to your attack.
Make it
Ow.
hurt. Make it hurt. By the way, Callie, add 4 points of damage to the Merilith. I forgot to add the +1 from each of those hits.
Does
Done.
a 17 hit?
The cultist?
Yes.
It does, yes.
Oh, good. Okay,
Good
so
move.
that's 14 plus 27 damage.
That cultist is dead.
Cool.
Good.
Can you describe
am
what happens
going-
to him when you have a Hexblade's curse on him and he died? Can you describe what happens to him?
Well, I'm going to use a Cursed Spectre, so he's getting puppeted by the chains from the Hexblade curse.
So, as you Cursed
Action
Spectre
economy,
him,
bitch.
your shot from Vengeance and Retribution ring out and tear through him, and he kind of looks down at the hole in his chest and just drops down to his knees, and then drops down onto his elbows as well, trying to like brace himself up. And as he's just getting ready to just fully collapse and die, you see one of his arms suddenly jerk up over his head, and then the other one jerks up over his head. And as if he's being pulled up like a marionette on strings, he rises up, swaying as if his legs no longer have any muscle in them, and something is moving him along. His whole body is just jerky and doesn't move the way it should anymore. There is no life in his eyes as he is
His
now.
body's jerky.
Yeah, it jerks a lot.
Hey, Jem, we got you someone else.
Oh, jeez. Anything else,
God.
Rhea? How much HP does it have? You cause its spirit to rise from its corpse as a specter. When the specter appears, it gains temporary hit points equal to your warlock level. Okay. What's your warlock level?
We're level 9 right now, right? Not 10?
Yeah,
You're level
nine,
9.
9 in this
Okay,
game,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that threw me off for a second. I am level 6 warlock right now.
6. Okay.
And 3 fighter.
Obeys your verbal commands. Roll initiative for the specter, please.
What does it get for initiative? Is it my dex or?
Gains temporary hit points to roll initiative for the specter, which has its own turns. It obeys your verbal commands and it gains a special bonus to attack. To attack roll equal to your charisma modifier.
Which is +5.
Nice. I don't know.
I'll
just
just
use your
throw
initiative.
Okay, if I don't have my token selected, let's hope this doesn't fuck with. Oh shit. Well, use whatever one of those is the first one, because the dagger gives me advantage on that.
Okay.
So I guess it gets a 12.
12. Great.
Which means it's on your
Wait,
initiative.
shit, did it just override my initiative?
No, it's the same initiative actually, so it
Yeah,
did
you just have the same number.
Oh, nice.
You literally have the same fucking number.
So he's going to go right after you. It'll actually be his turn.
Okay, I would like to take my second shot, drop it into the other cultist.
Okay. Go ahead.
And then I'm going to put a d8 in that one. So 2 extra damage, I take 2 damage, and it gets the Hexblade Curse if I hit.
Okay. It's going to take 2 extra damage. What's the total damage?
Well, I have to...
Yeah, you got to roll. Sorry.
Right. But I do gain health back for killing the one that had my Hexblade Curse on it.
You
I
do.
just need to double
Charisma,
how
it's
much that
equal
is.
to your charisma plus proficiency, I believe.
So proficiency is +4, so I get 9 back.
Yep.
Okay, and then to attack that one.
That hits.
Wow, screw you. So 10 plus my Hexblade Curse damage, I believe, is 4, so 14 damage.
This one's not Hexblade's cursed, right?
Oh shit, you're right, not yet, until the bullet hits.
Yeah. So 10, and it'll lay the Hexblade's curse on him.
Yep.
All right. Oops. Alrighty. Spectre's turn.
I'm just gonna tell it to fight the big thing with 6 arms.
It hears you. Although, as it looks, its eye moves towards you, but its head doesn't move at all. It just looks in your direction without moving its head at all. And it actually starts to speak. And as it does, its jaw just falls open and then closes up as if someone's manipulating a ventriloquist dummy. And it says, "I am Jira of the Scarlet, and I will do as you ask." And it moves over and will do its attack. Go ahead and roll for me.
Okay, it gets... So that'd be just d20 plus my charisma, or... I don't know what the Spectre stat block is, because it doesn't show me that anywhere.
Let me get it for you. 5e Spectre. All right, Spectre attacks. Normally it attacks with a +4, so it gets to add your charisma, so it'll be a +9.
Uh, 23 to hit.
That will hit. Damage is 3d6 necrotic.
That's probably not super helpful, considering that's, I think, a demon.
Actually
7.
not. Oh, it is a demon, sorry. But it's not immune or resistant to necrotic. So it takes 7. It also has to make a DC 10 con save, but as it has a +12 to con checks, I think it'll be fine. So that is the Spectre.
I'm helping.
Annalise is up, and she is looking at this thing like, oh, no. It is a demon, yes.
She hasted.
She is hasted, and she's going to pull her sword out and take a swing. 15 plus 9. She will hit on that first one, and she is going to expend a 3rd level spell slot.
Oh, damn it. I could have Eldritch Smited.
She is
Eh,
going to
don't
try
sweat
and
that.
do a fuck it up / roll 1d8 for the attack plus so it's 4d8 for the smite plus 1d8 for it being a demon, so 5d8 plus her damage is plus 8.
Woo, paladins.
28 damage to the Marilith.
That's it.
That is it. She rolled 2 1s in there.
That's garbage.
Annalise.
But she gets
So here's the
another
thing.
attack.
Here's the problem, right? Because Paladin starts off real busted, but the smite damage does start to fall off unless you crit, in which case you do bad things
All
to
right,
enemies.
I would like to put forth
Okay,
a
so
motion
some
that Callie
gunslinger
doesn't get to
stuff.
roll for Annalise anymore. She selects one of us to roll for Annalise.
I literally rolled it in the chat.
No, right, but you
Yeah.
suck at rolling. That's my point.
Well,
You're
I mean, I
getting
rolled for
Callie
the
numbers
enemies
here.
too.
You're getting Callie numbers here.
The second one is a 20 to hit. The Marilith is going to use its reaction to parry and add 5 to its AC to parry that attack away. And then she has a hasted attack, so she'll go a 3rd time for a 24, which is just outside of the Marilith. Okay, yep. So that will hit. She'll spend a 2nd level spell slot, thinking she should probably hang on to the 3rd one. 1d8 plus 4d8 plus 8 damage for 24.
Quick question. Was that shield that the Marilith used, or is that
No,
like,
it parried.
Okay, because parry just counts towards the one attack, not like
Correct.
the full turn, right? Okay, just want to make
Correct.
sure.
Yes, but the Marilith has an ability called Reactive, and it can take 1 reaction for every player's turn in the combat.
Right. I just wanted to make sure that like everyone wasn't attacking or didn't need to pass like the 24 or 23 AC check.
Yeah.
Up until the Marilith's turn, as if it was shield.
Yep. Miriani, you're up.
Also, I'm glad to know that that's an actual thing, because I'm gonna start giving that to my monsters on Monday.
Reactive? Yeah.
Yeah.
Reactive. I mean, it's usually like I think enemies start getting reactive at CR 15, if I recall.
Well, guess what? All your enemies from here on out are CR 15. Because that helps with Action Academy a lot.
Doesn't it, though? And to be clear, you don't, while you do get a reaction for every turn in the combat, its only reaction ability is parry. Because it has 6 arms, and they each have a sword.
I mean, you still get, like, opportunity attacks and stuff, too.
That's true.
I also saw, when you were talking about Asmodeus the other day, I forget what the ability is, but he has an ability that lets him just cast a spell, like, just cast any spell as a bonus action.
Yeah.
So I'm
Rude.
gonna start giving that to people, too.
And you got so mad at Juxto when he got to do some bullshit.
Okay, but you could see it in his face.
Oh, yeah.
He decided to do that bullshit just because he felt he was losing too much. Not because he gave them that beforehand. It just always sucks when you have something that has like multi-attack 3 or 4, and you're like, well, I want to use a spell, but then that's all they get to do.
Yeah. Miriani, what you got for me?
Okay, so we're going to use a 2nd level spell slot and cast Dissonant Whispers on the Marilith.
Ooh. Okay.
So it has to
Yes.
make a Wisdom save.
All right. The Marilith has advantage on saving throws
7.
against spells and other magical effects, so we'll have advantage
Okay.
on its wisdom save.
17
of
is the
these.
DC.
All right. Ooh, well, okay.
Oh, no.
A 28.
Mm,
That makes it.
womp womp. Does Dissonant Whisper still do like half damage or no?
It still does half damage, yeah.
All right. Then go ahead.
So I cast it at 2nd level, so it's 4d6. but it's gonna take half, and it doesn't have to run away.
Where's it gonna run
Which,
to?
well, I mean, there is room for it to move over to the left there, which would have opened it up to literally 3 opportunity attacks.
That's fair.
Well, 2 probably. No, 3.
3.
So that is 11 halved down to 5. Or 6? Whatever the correct number is. And if it matters, that is psychic damage.
Psychic damage. That is fine. How much total?
I rolled 11.
11.
So 5
Okay.
or 6. I forget how the rounding works.
Usually round down.
I figured.
At least you round down for players. You can round up
Yeah.
for enemies if you want to.
Alrighty. Is that all for you, Miriani?
Yeah. Because I'm fine with like 2 warm bodies between me and this fucking thing. Lets
I
me
don't
maintain
blame
that.
you for that.
It lets me maintain that concentration on haste real nice.
All right. The Dragonborn cultist is up, and he is going to reach back and start to cast, and he is going to lob a little green orb over to here, to right here, which then suddenly erupts out into a poisonous gas cloud
What
as he
if?
casts Cloud Kill.
What if I counterspell it?
I mean, if you want to spend a counterspell, go for it.
Okay.
Do you have a counterspell to spend?
No.
Okay, then. I guess that
Almost
answers
had
that
it.
question.
Almost.
Yeah, you almost had me. So we're going to drop down a big ol' effing Cloud Kill. She's going to put it here. What's the size? It's a 20-foot radius sphere? That's like the whole room.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
no good.
Sure, it sure is.
But that gets Dragonborn too. Oh,
Put it right there.
that gets the Marilith, but it's probably poison damage, isn't it?
It
It's
sure is.
poison damage and therefore completely immune. Reason why it's doing it.
Is that
Yep.
con save?
At the beginning of your turn, it'll be a con save.
Okay.
Marilith is up. It succeeds on its con save and takes no damage due to poison immunity. The Marilith is going to make 7 attacks. 1 on... no, it's going to do 3 more on Sarah, 3 on Annalise, and 1 on 16.
Which 16?
The one down here.
The one who fucked her up.
We
Oh,
both did about the
jeez.
same.
Oh, Jesus. I'm so sorry, Sarah. Okay, we'll start with Sarah. So that is a 25 on the first one,
Hits.
a nat 20 on the second one,
Fuck.
and a 28 on the third one.
Yeah, you're fucking me up.
So-
I'm going to use Interception on one of those to reduce the damage by 1d10 plus 4.
All right. I would recommend the first one so that the crit goes to the scorpion.
It doesn't matter.
It'll carry
Oh, does
over.
damage roll over?
Damage
Okay, sorry.
just carries over.
Tramples a
Doesn't
bitch.
matter.
Regardless, whatever the full damage is, you get to reduce it by 10.
So the
Full.
full damage is 26, 52 damage total.
52 damage total. Sarah will take 39 of that. Minus 10, so she will take 29 damage. So, 1 second. While I pop her out of Scorpion, and then minus 29.
All right. First attack on Annalise is an 11, which misses. Girl
Oh,
has
of
fucking
course.
15 AC.
Can't hit her. Hits the fucking halfling
Second
like a
attack
blender.
does 13, is a 13 to hit. Mother. Okay, 26 on the last one. That one hits. So she gets chonked pretty hard there. And then the last attack is the tail attack, which is coming at 16. And that is a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, that's going to do 15 damage And you are grappled. Your escape DC is 19.
My escape DC is a bonus action. Thank you very much.
You know what? That's fair. Until this grapple ends, the target is restrained. The Marilith can automatically hit the target with its tail, and the Marilith can't make tail attacks against other targets. Cool.
I have a really dumb question.
Yeah.
Can I have multiple accursed specters?
Is a Cursed Spectre a concentration spell? No, it's just a ability,
It just
right?
says what you can curse the soul of a person you slay, temporarily binding to your service.
You can cause its spirit. Yep. When the specter appears, it obeys your verbal commands. The specter until the end of your next long rest, at which point it vanishes. Once you bind a specter with this feature, you can't use the feature again until you finish a long rest.
Oh, yep.
So.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Gem is bound for now. Sarah, you are up. I need a con save.
Yep. What's the DC on that?
17.
Luck.
Luck,
I'll burn
nice.
a luck die on that.
Nice. So it'll be half damage, so you'll take 8 poison damage.
Fine by me.
Your turn.
Wow, that was low. Yeah, no, that is fine. All right. -8. All right. I am all nicely hasted up, so now I get to do broken things with haste. So when does that increase by another D8? 11th level. Drat. We've been laying into this thing pretty good, but I don't want to walk away from it just yet.
Yep, it is definitely bloodied, I will tell you that.
2 attacks with Booming Blade.
Booming Blade on
Booming Blade, when you do Booming Blade once, it lasts the rest of the turn.
It does.
So, yeah, now I get to do stupid shit with this. So, Booming Blade.
So basically, just so I know, you're doing Booming Blade as your first attack and then hasted action for a second attack?
Yes, and it will also apply the Booming Blade thunder damage because of it. Because Booming Blade lasts the round.
Right. Doesn't Booming Blade's damage go off when you move?
It also has a secondary effect when you move.
Right.
I don't think she's moving.
Yeah. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yes, you're correct. Okay.
It does another thing.
So yeah, first things first. That'll be the damage if it hits.
Okay. What's the roll?
18 the hit.
It will.
So it meets.
It will parry to dodge the attack.
I will spend a luck die on that then.
Mm-hmm.
Negative. Okay.
Okay. So you go to make the attack with your Booming Blade, and one of its lower right arms just comes up and knocks your sword away.
Second attack, normal.
Okay.
Or no, not normal, because Booming Blade just lasts. Never mind.
That will hit.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, let me roll the Booming Blade damage on... Let me roll the damage. Black Cali numbers. So... 9 total So the Booming Blade... So let me make sure this calculation is right. So if she moves, it'll be 5 thunder damage, 4 thunder damage, and then the rest of it from the melee attack.
Okay.
So she takes 15 right now, and another 5 if she moves. Well, that was shite.
All right.
Yeah, total garbage roll.
Yeah, I would say so. 16. I need a con save, and then you're up. DC 17.
Okay, I'm good at con saves. That is a 20.
That'll save, so you're going to take half damage. 10 damage total.
If I make a save on something that would normally make me take half damage, I take no damage.
Oh, yeah. Do you have to spend a reaction for that, or you're good?
Nope.
Nice.
Just part of
Shadow
the deal.
Shadow 16 is not so fortunate.
Why not? He gets all the same stuff that I do.
Does he have to make
He
his
not?
own check then?
He does. He
Okay.
makes his own saving throws, and he
Very well.
makes a 19.
All right. That'll be good enough.
Okay. Also, quick question for you, because I don't know exactly how Cloud Kill works. Does it obscure the area at all?
Oh, it does. You can't actually all those attacks should have been a disadvantage because you can't see.
Okay. Do we want to just go that way going forward then?
Yeah, I mean the Marilith
Okay.
has true sight, so it's fine.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Of course
fine.
it is.
God damn it. This thing is set up to just blend.
All right. Then I'm going to move Shadow Gem
Mm-hmm.
to there. Does she want to attack of opportunity him?
Nope.
Okay.
Please
Then,
kill
just in
him.
case she does want to attack of opportunity me, we're gonna teleport and change spots.
Mhm.
And then I am going to unleash my 2 attacks on Dragonborn Cultist here.
That
Thank you.
seems reasonable.
Yeah, I think that's the right play here.
18 plus 11 and a natural 20.
That'll work.
Oh,
We'll hit him with the nat 20 first, so... 18, 25... 32 points of damage.
Okay.
And because of Crusher on a crit, I get to... Wait, hold on. What does the crit do? Because I think crit's actually different. Score a critical hit with bludgeoning damage. Attack rolls against that creature are made with advantage on the start of your next turn. I'm just going to go ahead and roll that second attack again, just in case it's a natural 20 as well. It is not. But I'm also going to move him into his Cloud Kill with Crusher, which allows me to move a creature 5 feet once per
yeah.
turn when I hit it.
Sorry, one moment. Okay, yeah. So actually, you do kill him.
Oh.
He does
Did
die.
I waste the crit on him?
You definitely did.
Motherfucker.
And the cloud kill fades away
Alright.
as you do.
Then that second
That
attack
seemed
will
on
be
point.
from Shadow Gem instead on the Marilith.
Okay.
And that will be... Oh, fuck you, Shadow Gem.
Oh, sorry. You do need the second attack to get the kill on him. He just has like 6 HP left when you do it. That's why I say the crit's a waste.
Well, would moving him into the Cloud Kill not have done it? When you first enter, it deals damage to you.
Yeah. I think that would be enough to kill him. Yeah, he dies. You're right.
Cool. To his own Cloud Kill. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Hell
Fitting
yeah.
way to
I
go.
get health back because it died.
You do.
And then 15 damage on the Marilith.
Nice.
Who I will move... Oh, wait, hold on. Is this Spectre actually... The Spectre's actually alive, right?
Yes.
That's
Never mind.
friendly, yes.
No! I don't know if what her reach is. Fuck it. I'm going to move her with that bludgeoning. Let me make sure that it doesn't...
Can you
No,
do it
it's
to a
fine,
creature
it's fine.
twice your size?
That's what I'm looking for. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that is bludgeoning damage, you can move
Once
it
per
5
turn.
feet to an unoccupied... Right. Yep, there you go. Oh, yeah, and so long as no more than one size larger than you. So I can't do it to large creatures, but
Cool.
I already did it to the cultist. So, all right. Then I will use... I still have 15 feet of movement after the teleport. Let's go here.
All right.
And that is my turn.
Rhea, you're up.
Okay. You know, just because there's now a shadow gem in front of me, Rhea is going to take a page out of Amaryllis's spell book and cast Mirror Image on herself.
Shadow Gem can protect you just as well as normal gem can.
All right. You create 3 Rhea clones.
And then I'm going to Action Surge.
Nice.
And I'm going to drop a d10 on the Marilith.
All
on
right.
my first shot.
Do it up.
Nine. Okay, well, I hope I hit, because ow. Does a 19 hit?
19 does hit the Marilith, yes.
Cool. So it will take 13 plus 9, so 22 from the first shot.
Okay.
And then Retribution, also a 19.
Yep, that'll hit too.
This one will get extra damage from Hexblade Curse, so that'll be 18 damage. And I am going to Hex Strength because I hit it with a shot from each one.
Rhea, how do you want to do this?
What?
You guys have just killed a Marilith.
How much HP does that thing have?
189.
Jesus Christ. I thought I was gonna die.
Shot through the throat, shot through the heart, I guess.
The first one fires up and tears through this thing's throat, and it lets out that chittering cackle for a moment, and then it goes, the pitch of it just goes high as its vocal cords tear, and the second one blasts clear through its heart, and the beast slowly slumps forward and slams on the ground, dead.
I put all the swords into the bag of holding.
Do you touch them?
Why?
I don't know. Do you touch the Marilith swords?
Take a look at them first.
Okay. Go ahead and make a investigation check.
The most terrifying
Aha!
question in Callie's game. Do you touch it?
17.
17. This is one of Skala's minions, although not a general. The swords, they just look like swords to you. They're probably
Shadow
fine.
Jet. Shadow 16. Pick up one of those swords.
Shadow 16 looks at the sword and hears your command and just gives you like the no.
All right, I'm going to use Echo Avatar to take control of him and make him pick up a sword.
It's fucked up.
You're an asshole.
He had his chance.
You walk over.
He could have been a team player.
You walk over, and as you reach down and touch the hilt of the sword, this dark necrotic energy starts rushing up, and your hand begins to melt. No, I'm just fucking with you. It's a regular sword. You pick it up. It's fine.
All right, cool. I toss him into the bag of holding.
All right, you have 6 long swords in your bag of holding.
Nice.
Sorry, I gotta change the music here once again. What was our song for this place? Yes. There it is. So as the Marilith falls dead and the room goes quiet at last, save for the odd noises the specter makes, much like a puppet on strings, as it moves, its joints aren't really working the way they're supposed to. They don't hold the bones in place properly anymore, so it's constantly like he's popping as he moves around.
Aw, what's its name?
Jira of the Scarlet.
Aw, Jira's cute.
We did get that earlier.
I wasn't paying attention.
The room is otherwise silent. There are 2 large double doors here that
I
seem
would
to
like
move
check
deeper
the
in.
nerd's body.
Yes, you may go over and check his body. Roll an investigation check for me.
Yeah. Whoopah!
Annalise is going to pump some HP back into herself because she's not feeling so good. She's going to spend 35 of her lay on hands.
Whoo, boy, she's going right for those.
I got
All right,
an 8, and if I don't find anything extra, you said he was at least looking at like a ledger or something that I would like to.
He was.
I am going to pump a 2nd level Cure Wounds into myself. Now, that's a roll. Yeah, I will heal up 19.
Nice. Go ahead and spend whatever you like to spend, as you do seem to have a moment of reprieve in this room, if not certainly not enough for a long rest or a short rest, but you can catch your breath for a sec. On his body, I wouldn't say you find a ton that is particularly interesting. He's got a pair of reading glasses in his coat pocket. You do find a potion of greater healing.
Fuck yeah. I will also pocket the sending stone.
You may also take the sending stone that he had in the desk. Yep. As you look at the ledger, do you speak Infernal?
I do. I was born here.
Excellent. Just making sure. In the ledger, there seem to be notes of both comings and goings in here, people who have signed in and signed out. And there are also some notes detailing some of what is kept. You can determine from looking at the book, this is the high security wing of the tower. This is where some of the more important projects are kept. There are two that I would say catch your interest here. You can determine by seeing the personnel who have come through that this floor is home to Project Scarlet Genesis and also one called Project Skyward.
Did Faebane tell me the name of the project or just that it
You have heard the name Project Scarlet Genesis before. Faebane has mentioned that.
Okay. All right. So that's where we'll go. Also, could everyone look away for just a quick second, please? Just turn around.
Oh, analysts like, Gem, please don't.
Look, he knew that Faebane wasn't supposed to be here, right? He was put in charge instead. So I know you don't like us. Just move around. I'm just gonna take a quick nibble. It could help. Just.
What did we say about the cannibal?
Listen, it's
He pops off a finger and puts it in his mouth.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Ria's gonna like start objecting with the, what did we say about the cannibalism, and then kind of look to the soul that she has chained up.
And feel a little bit like a hypocrite.
Yeah, she's just gonna stop talking right there.
Look,
Welcome to the madness.
I got carried away with the iris thing, but now, and he just at the first knuckle on the finger.
Yeah, I got you. All right, you are able to take the form of Professor. Well, you actually don't know his name.
You don't get memories.
You do not.
Okay. All right.
Do you open the double doors?
Yes.
All right, great.
Also going to just point out it is kind of late, but yes.
It is. We are. Yeah, we'll actually stop here. This is a good spot. I think next session we should be able to finish the dungeon crawl.
How much of the crawl, did we